We live?
Fucking ruined it.
Oh,
Jesus
sorry.
Christ.
You just said done.
Natural 12. Yeah, okay. The music stopped.
Oh.
You professional, you.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
Are we live on the internet? Welcome, everybody. What you're about to see may shock you. But it's going to look like shit for just a minute because this is the only way, because it's a reveal situation. So just bear with it. This looks like every other stream now.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? They turned it off so they wouldn't get the reveal before the reveal. Come on!
Use the old layout.
Do you know nothing?
Use the old layout.
No, I replaced it. So,
He's an idiot then.
yeah, he's an idiot for knowing how this works and not wanting to do settings in the middle of it. Thanks for the natural 12, Sarah!
You could just add a new
Welcome
element.
to the show!
and
Sarah is here with her antlers. We look cute!
Jake's
Anyway.
bad at OBS.
No, I'm better at OBS. So, we also have Hugo who stole my hat. That's fine. I don't need it. That's okay.
You can have mine.
Alex stole Darwin's hat. Randy and I don't have hats, so... How you guys been doing? We haven't seen each other since the last time we were on the internet.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
Nope. Everybody doing good?
It's been very
We did
lonely.
some Friends Miss earlier because things got postponed. We shared some gifts. I pooped. What'd you guys do? Any of you poop today?
I feel like you shouldn't mention poop in the intro unless you roll under a 10.
Is that a new rule?
I feel like there was a negative modifier on it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the overlay, it's a negative.
Okay.
So, it was never going to be good. Right? This is so satisfying.
Because Jake refuses to use the other one I sent down.
One day you're gonna not
No,
catch it and
I
it's gonna
literally
land
would've
right
had-
on your balls.
I would have had to copy and paste everything and then make sure that it would just be terrible.
Just copy the scene.
No, it'll be fine.
Bam. Duplicate. All done.
Okay, Elenia's gonna die today. So, you can leave the table since she's had a heart attack in between episodes. Last we left off, before the heart attack, her young body withering away on the streets.
And that's how the party
the
became
only
murder hobos.
cleric available. So,
Not a cleric, so.
yeah, but close enough.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, what's Ivellios gonna do? Shoot another arrow into your chest? Right. No, you're dead. So, last time we left off, it's been a while. So, you guys were trekking across the open fields of the Aarakocran main island of Aturium, where Alex, Ivellios' character... Nothing? Did you bring the owl down here?
I brought my mask.
Close enough.
Oh, he's got a little plushie.
I could be Santa Ivellios
Anyway.
if you want me to.
The idea here is that, like, you did the Bruce Wayne Batman thing where Batman's the mask.
Smart.
So anyway, you guys encountered some hairy situations. Ran into an old lady. She needed some help. Ivellios didn't want to give it. Everybody else did, including hero Ivellios. Later on, as you, after a very strange vision by Ivellios, you found yourselves surrounded in the capital city by dragons who had been attacking. This war has been raging between the Aarakocrans and dragons for quite some time, and you really haven't been caught in the crossfire until now. You managed to stave off what seemed to be an attack that had nothing to do with you, but nonetheless, you were there to try to save, to the best of your ability, which didn't work out, a nursery, which you were very nearby. After which, right near the end, Ivellios seems to have been banished. You managed to grab the Kobold sorcerer, who's a little bit taller than most kobolds, that seems to have caused this to happen, taken them prisoner, rushed to where the Safehouse was that you were supposed to come to anyways, and as you get there, you knock on the door. And that is where we're going to begin.
Yay.
Hey.
So fucking long.
Why did you finally use the overlay?
Nope. No overlay. Not yet. As you hear a knock on the door, character yet to be named. You hear the screams of the injured ally behind you. There seems to be one not present, one injured, and another male dwarf helping a large golden eagle. You hear a thump at the door after you hear a large crash of fire. What do you want to do?
I'm going to activate my symbiotic entity
Okay.
and then throw a cloud of spores at the door.
Okay, so as Kasdan on the other side pops the door open with his key. Immediately, a cloud of spores. I need everybody to roll what?
Con save.
Con save. And keep in mind you have not been taking any rest or anything.
Yikes. That's actually pretty bad.
11.
10.
Mine's like 300.
Randy's gonna kill us all with his new character immediately.
Anyone who rolled below an 18 takes 7 necrotic
You
damage.
still have Kasdan.
Ow!
No,
Oh, I
you
take
have
half necrotic
Did you give him
damage.
back?
I gave Kazan back. I rolled a 19, so I just take half.
You take none.
Oh.
I take half
Oh, you gave him
anyway.
back at the end of the...
Yeah.
You said
have
7,
one.
right?
Cool.
You're still going to have him anyway, though.
Oh shit, this
Alice.
marker doesn't work.
Just kidding.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys are going to get into. So.
Fair.
So what was the save?
You want me to roll a save? then?
18.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he fails.
18. Ziwi fails, and
Oh.
Seiko succeeds.
You said 7 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 necrotic.
Wait, you...
Yep.
Oh, you have it.
Okay. Standing before you, through this cloud of spores as you get in, coughing, you hear Kasdan. How many hit points did he have?
He has 9 left.
He has
Oh my
9 left.
God.
He drops to a knee, the key in the door still swinging. And then you see standing before you in a very aggressive stance. What do they see?
So you see an elf of average height with a thin, lanky frame. He has copper-colored skin and dark brown hair that's pulled back in messy dreadlocks. His eyes are circled in black paint, and they have 3 jointed lines coming down from each eye, resembling insect legs. He has vivid green eyes that lock on each of you individually, sizing you up with an almost feral instinct. And he's wearing what appears to be very old, worn, black leather armor, but has since been vastly overgrown with lichen and mushrooms that almost form plates of armor on his chest and shoulders. The fungus itself seems to be alive as it grows and spreads from his shoulders down his arms. And on his right arm is strapped a shield made from the carapace of an Anke, and in his left hand is a staff made of dyed bone with a scorpion stinger attached to the end of it.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
What?
I have a question. Can you pick names that don't start with the same letters that we have in the party already, or is that impossible for you?
It's impossible.
When I saw it, I'm like, are you kidding me?
What's his name again? What is it?
You
You don't know
you
yet.
don't know
Okay,
yet.
don't know yet.
But it starts with the same letter. Someone else in the party. Again.
Okay.
Yeah, weird. It's almost like we're your
Randall!
Well, that's not the right song.
We're emotional!
Alenia is having a moment.
Alright, so 25 and 20.
There we go.
Okay. Jesus Christ, why do I always roll crazy initiatives?
I don't know. Okay, so I need
Wait,
what's
what is it
Kasdan's?
calling?
20.
Okay, he's with disadvantage.
Is he?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I didn't mention that to you.
20.
20. Okay.
I rolled a 19 the second time, so it would have been 27 without it.
Okay. 20. Who's next?
Mine at 25.
Oh.
Oh, 25?
Yeah, I got a net 20 for mine.
Okay, so Ivellios. Okay.
17?
17.
18 for me.
18.
You're gonna kill us. Did you get like a 2?
I got a 10.
Okay.
Just beautiful.
Kasdan. Okay. Alenia. And Professor. Okay, so as you see this, a cloud of spores cover. Kasdan drops to a knee. What do? You see an attacking individual.
Am I Kazan or am I
You're
Ivellios?
you.
Like, whoa! Like, can we not fight, please? We're
Okay,
supposed to come
go ahead and
here
roll
and-
a persuasion check.
Okay. That's a lot. That's Kazdan's, not mine.
Nope.
22.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Since you're being bombarded by dragons, roll a Constitution check, like a save with advantage. Agnir.
19.
Okay. So as you sit there for a moment, and you see, and do you say it in common?
Yeah. Elvish.
Elvish,
Ivellios
since you
knows
see an
Elvish,
elf.
correct.
Okay. So you hear an Elvish immediately as you see an Aarakocran snow owl go for his bow, but then stop and put his hand out and say, "Whoa! Whoa!" Knowing that this is supposed to be the safe house. You definitely have the option not to attack as you see Kasdan from below go, "Oh! No, no, no!" And that's what he's going to spend his turn doing. It is your turn, though.
Okay. I'm going to. I guess he's a hell.
He did slightly persuade you.
What's that?
He did slightly persuade you.
Yeah. I'm gonna prepare and entangle just in case,
Okay.
but then relax a little bit, and just turn to him specifically. Who are you?
Who's him?
You.
Okay, because Kazdan talked to you,
Right.
so I want to make sure. My name is Ivellios. We're with Kazdan. We were told to come here because this was a safe house, and I pull out the compass that I have. This compass led me here to this building.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception. Randy?
22.
You look at it. You reach into your own pocket, and you pull out a very similar compass. It looks pretty much exactly the same. All
All
around
right.
you, you hear...
Guys,
You hear the chittering of nails on probably what's walls, like down the block, and you hear the flapping of wings and the explosions in the distance.
guys, we gotta get inside now.
Yeah, can we come in? Please?
Get in.
Okay,
Okay.
so he ushers you in. You are inside the safe house. Inside you see, as the spore cloud starts to dissipate, you see on a table laid out on the back, covered in blood, you see the familiar sight of members of the Oath. A large, hawk-like woman being tended to by a particular dwarf. And immediately Kasdan, he wants to help, but he's still coughing, and he's at 9 hit points. He's sort of writhing in pain as he's sort of trying to get his bearings.
Kazdan, do you need help?
Yes, please.
I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds at, let's do a level 4.
Okay.
Hey, Jake,
What up?
your monitor.
Oh, that's fine.
I didn't know if it was going
No,
to
you're
show
good.
or not.
18 hit points back to Kasdan.
Okay, so he's starting to feel a little bit better. It's been a pretty fucking rough day, though.
Yeah. Do you guys need help with healing or anything? I still have...
They don't seem to answer you. They don't seem to even care that you're here. But you can see that the dwarf is trying to staunch the bleeding.
I'm gonna walk over it.
And she's got a very large gash across her chest. It looks like it... go ahead and roll a medicine check. Where did I put that shit? There we go.
19?
19. Okay. As you look over the wounds, what you see are distinct 3 claw marks, but they're spread apart. So you have one up here that just goes across and cuts this entire shoulder tendon like out right here. Collarbone seems to be snapped, and birds already have pretty brittle bones. She's of a little bit stronger build, but this isn't the large eagle. This is the hawk. This is not the eagle that you met in the sort of inn.
Yeah.
This is Scala, the red hawk.
Yeah.
Right here comes across down over the arm and across, and the abdomen is basically being held together by like a little membrane, and then down on the thigh there's another one. It looks like whatever it was had finger spans about this.
Okay, I'm gonna throw down our prisoner to, like, in front of you and say, like, watch him. Run over, and I'm going to just start casting Cure Wounds all over to help close up.
Okay.
Let's see, how many can I do?
I'm gonna have to have you make medicine checks for these as well.
Okay. You want me to roll the medicine check first?
Yeah, so roll a medicine check, but every medicine check casts the spell.
Okay, so...
So for the first one, where are you aiming?
25.
25? Okay,
Yeah.
that'll do it. You see some of the abdomen, which seems to be the biggest issue right now. You see that start to be able to knit up. It seems, though, when you cast that, seems to be... The wound is magical in itself.
Yeah.
And was caused by such. So it's resisting you. She's going to take half that.
18 back.
That's halved, or is...
No, that's the full, so...
So 9, okay. Okay.
How is she looking right now?
I mean, she's still bleeding profusely. You don't, like... Go ahead and, well, you just rolled 25. By the looks of it, this is going to hold up.
Mm-hmm.
But not for long.
Okay, I'm gonna use all of my lay on hands, so 15 back from that.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
That is... 21.
21, okay, so she's gonna get 7 of that.
And...
So 16. And you can see, as you do that, while the wounds start to knit together, you also see it's sort of like just watching skin get pulled apart and break a little bit at the same time.
What else do I have? More shit I can do.
I mean, I have a couple slots left.
I could
also do some cure wounds.
I'll do healing hands and do another 13.
While you're watching this happen, go ahead and roll your another medicine check. You see the dwarf Pimch, who you talked to very briefly before, covered in blood from head to toe. He's got scrapes and bruises all over.
20.
But he's just kind of sitting there, kind of just looking at the blood on his hands and kind of looking forward.
You good, Pimch?
Go ahead and roll a just a persuasion check. What was that?
20.
20? Okay, she's gonna take half more.
That's
So,
only
7.
7?
It's only an 8.
Only an 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's a lot of my healing used up.
He doesn't seem to like not care what you're saying. He's very focused on what these guys are doing.
Okay, and then I'm basically just gonna try to wrap up what I can to, like, finish up, like, to stop any more bleeding.
Okay.
With, I don't know, bandages or anything else we have.
Okay. Just like on your person, or do you have any of that?
I don't think I have anything. Do they have any kind of cloth laying around?
You do see there's like, as far as what he was trying to staunch it with, it seems like there's some like shirts and like linens and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna take some of the linens,
up on the floor.
just rip them into shreds, and then start tying it off to.
Okay, go ahead and roll
pressure.
me one more medicine check.
Natural 20.
All right,
Plus
so
7.
It seems to be.
Good rolls.
Seems to be stabilized.
Yeah.
At least for now. You. Does anybody want to do anything else?
Professor, would you mind looking at these wounds and seeing if
Sure.
there's some sort of magic that we can do to...
For all intents and purposes,
Unmagic?
as you sort of get, as the speed of the moment overcomes you, you see this elf in this mushroom armor, kind of standing there, just kind of watching. Seems to be a little more curious about your actions than worried about whether you succeed or fail. Otherwise, inside here is basically a living room, but you can see as the door is being shut, you see on the back of it several locks, and you also see a glyph on the back. And the elf sort of looks for a little bit as the door is shut, and then without looking, traces, and then you hear, and then the glyph stops glowing.
What just happened?
You don't know?
Well, excuse me. Did we, like, just go to, like, I don't know, some sort of... Is this, like, the Hartnell?
No. You're not getting that at all.
Okay.
You're getting more of a... Go and roll an Arcana check.
Not great.
I
at
lost
the
whichever
magic.
dice I was doing that with, so I gotta do it again. Sorry. 21.
21. That glyph, most magic is kind of the same, like, language that's not a language. It's kind of like math, where it kind of has, like, very similar specific things, especially if it's written out in a glyph form.
Okay.
This seems to be kind of a very weak, like a minor illusion with a little bit of a charm attached to it.
Okay.
It seems like, again, kind of a perception filter, but not near the effectiveness of like something that you run across. It's and it's certainly not technology from your people.
Okay.
It seems to just be a spell adapted to kind of do that. You have basically, functionally in game, anyone looking at the door has disadvantage on investigation checks.
Okay.
Or anything to pique its interest.
Okay. I look to her and I kind of explain that.
Yeah.
It's basically just makes the safe house hidden.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be able to follow us here.
Probably not. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on, so...
Is there, like, a safer place inside of this place? I look to
Like a basement?
the others.
Agnir nods. They're well, who you don't know. The elf nods. There is a basement, and there are other rooms up top here. Like, this is just a house that was converted into a safe house. It seems they somehow got some real estate at some point, probably a while back, and it was probably one of the Aarakocrans. If you had to guess, probably the one on the table, just based on how the hierarchy works.
Sure.
It was converted over time, but there is a basement, and you kind of shun around. There's like 2 other rooms. There's a kitchen. There's this living space, and then there's a basement.
Okay.
It doesn't look very lived in though. It kind of looks like a model home. The only dungeon here is the blood that's all over the place from the. You can see as you kind of look now. There's sort of like very clearly a path to that sort of. There's probably like the equivalent of like a coffee table, but there's not like couches in here.
So we gonna interrogate this guy?
Jasmine's sitting there. I assume you've had a hold of him the whole time.
Yeah.
You have the muscle right now. Randy, you see them. They bring in a kobold.
What are you doing with that?
He zapped away a friend of ours somewhere. We gotta find out where he went, because
We want to get him back.
I'm also concerned that he's gonna have to eat more mayonnaise. That's not good for his brain state.
What?
It's a long story. He, like...
I'm gonna take a nap!
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see just Kasdan sort of up against a wall. Ziwi sort of walks over next to him. Siko walks up to you guys while you're talking about this and goes, "Is there anything I can do to help?"
Keep an eye on him for now.
Also,
We should probably...
aren't you like exhausted? You
need to
need to rest.
You see, when he says that, like, you can see, like, he's, like, fighting to keep his eyes open.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to rest. We need you...
Alright, roll persuasion
At
check
your-
with advantage since it's both of you. Probably fine.
Oof. With advantage.
Yes, it's...
Maybe not fine.
Wow! That's okay. It's a 15.
Yeah, that's fine. You rolled a 12.
I keep wanting to nod my head yes, but every time I do, it makes a noise. I see why cats hate this shit.
They love it. Anyway, you can, he walks back over to Ziwi, who you see they're kind of... Bonding is maybe a strong word, but there's sort of a connection there dealing with their shared experience. And he sort of sits down, and you can see by the time you have that short conversation, which lasts about 30 seconds, Kasdan's already asleep.
I'm sorry, we didn't introduce ourselves at all, and I'm Elenia.
The professor?
I already used myself already.
Yeah,
Did you?
fair enough.
Yeah.
You
Shit,
feel
it's been so...
Ivellios.
you feel
I do not have a proper name, but if you must call me something, call me Egnir.
Egnir. Alright.
Egnir. While he's saying this, the kobold that's about your height sort of starts to shift.
I need help.
Fight against your...
I'll go grab him.
You go grab him?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
Really low. 12?
That's 20.
Egnir, what's your passive perception?
Oh, fuck.
20.
He's a caster.
Oh, hey.
Okay, because you can't see. Egnir, you see the kobold starting to use its hands to try to cast. What do you want to do? You're only like 6 feet away.
Strain that bit.
How beat up does he look?
I think we
relatively
healed him?
beat up, but it seems there's been some magical healing recently.
No, he's pretty fucked up.
Doesn't look on the edge
I
of
thought I
death.
put some healing in him so we
Yeah.
knew that he wasn't gonna die.
You did.
I'll just cast Hold Person on him.
Okay, what's the save?
That's a Wisdom save, DC 18.
DC
That's a
18.
save.
Wow. Okay,
That's
let's
a
roll this.
some
No.
big
No.
save number.
So you see what seems to be a teleport spell being cast,
Oh, fuck you.
and it just stops because they can't do anything else.
Interrogation. Why?
He zapped one of our friends away, and we gotta find out where he went.
He's probably dead.
He's okay. He's
He
been
survived much. I mean, maybe not much worse, but he survived like 10 years in the Shadowfell on his own. So, depending on where he went.
There's a shot, as long as he didn't give up on life immediately and decide to end it. Which, there's a decent chance, but we'll find him.
I'm not gonna let him go yet.
There are worse places than the Shadowfell.
I know.
There are better places, also. Just gonna put that out there.
I don't think he would choose to send him to a better place.
I'm just glass half, not the Shadowfell.
Hold person is holding with a natural 1 on the save.
I'm gonna, we should bind his hands so he can't cast.
Sure.
Do we have, like, anything to
I
tie?
guarantee we have rope. We bought
I
all
know
that
I
rope
have
that
so
one
much
time.
rope in my... Wait, no, that was in the bag of holding that got destroyed. We had, like, 200 feet of rope and handcuffs that were in the bag of holding that got fucking destroyed.
Pimpsh sort of looks up. I can help. And he sort of walks over and he grabs the kobold by the hands and he looks into the kind of the black pupilless eyes of this slightly red-skinned, slightly yellow-skinned and scaled kobold in brown and yellow robes.
Just gonna break his hands.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Just
He's gonna
fucking
try
break
to
him.
break both his hands.
Yes!
Oh god.
So the save.
I'm so here for this.
Okay, natural 18 to a natural 2.
Fuck yes.
And you hear... And because does hold person stop after damage, or do they get to...
No, I think they get to repeat the save.
Yeah,
Fail.
just at the end of each turn.
Fail. You just hear...
Oh.
I have no sympathy.
Just like snot starts coming out of the long snout, and like tears in the eyes, and just welling.
Yeah, it's
You
your
can
own
let
fault.
him go, I think.
And the
now.
wrists are just mangled. Those are... If those were never magically healed, you imagine immediately both of you, because you have proficiency in medicine.
No.
Never using them again.
Not articulately. Certainly not for casting spells anytime soon. At least not with the
Somatic component.
Yeah. So not somatic. Verbal's probably still fine.
Christ.
I think you can let him go now.
I'll drop it.
Egnir, the glyph that you put on there is also an arcane lock. So unless the glyph is deactivated, the door can't even be opened anyway. Unless through a knock spell or whatever, dispel magic. But...
Okay.
So you drop.
Pimpsh walks back over,
Yeah, I'll drop
starts
it.
pulling on the strings of his armor, and he just starts taking it off and setting down, and he sort of kneels and holds the hand.
I'm a little
Scholar.
angry. So you might want to go first.
Where do you guys want to do this? There's
Good question.
bedrooms, there's a kitchen, and there's a basement.
Let's
that
go
you
to
haven't been
Basement,
Basement.
probably.
Torture basement. I'll
Okay.
pick him up.
Are we the bad guys?
I'll pick him up by the scruff and we're gonna drag him to the fucking
have
basement.
scruff,
Well,
but I
by
understand
the
what you
front
mean.
of his fucking robe or whatever. And
Okay, so you grab around the robe, and easily you can pick this kobold up. Again, just a little bit taller, about the same height as Ivellios, so, like, kind of lithe, and not cute like Bob Kirk, right?
yeah.
You know, you've seen these small, sort of pudgy kobold. I mean, you even fought some the other day when they were holding earlier when they were holding shields. This one seems like kind of an in-between between some, like, Dragonborn that you've seen and kobolds. There seems to be a hierarchy, probably due to size and color over time. You guys do know that the red dragon races are usually the ones that are like the diplomats and stuff, especially you would know this. Blue is also up there. Black, the one you saw, and you still hear the occasional as everything is still going on around you. black is the kind of not to invoke Hitler, but kind of the SS. Like
Yeah,
it's
okay.
kind of like if you're going to invoke terror, those are the ones that you call on. Go on a history check though. If you're proficient in history, I think you all are.
All of us. Hey, that's good.
Nice. 21.
13.
23.
Okay, these two you do know, you've heard of, but never really seen. Besides the silver, metallic dragons. The silver are kind of everywhere, and they're kind of like this neutral. They're typically like dragon centrists. Like they're not necessarily imperial, but they are also like, well, if it benefits us. But there are metallic dragons. At least there's historical record of them. But the nature of dragons is kind of clan warfare.
Okay.
So it's been a long, long time.
As we're taking the Kobold to the basement, I'm going to ask Ivellios, and I assume he's going to have to ask you this, basically. Based on, like, what we saw out there, the Aarakocran military, are they going to be able to, like, fight this back reasonably, or is it possible that this place is about to get super fucked?
Go ahead and, yeah. Go ahead and roll for that.
We're ready to fight one more, now we gotta fight another.
Let's say it's a history check, yeah.
With advantage or not advantage?
No,
12.
you were too young to really know.
12.
Well, historically, dragons are like polar opposite arch enemies. Obviously, there was several hundred years of peace during the many races and the Gygax. When you eyeballed the dragon, it wasn't as big as the soldier, the blue dragon, the queen that you, but I mean, still huge. And on top of that, there were other soldiers, so like it's kind of hard to judge. Now you did when you walked through. There's the Elven military area, and then like you've seen Aarakocran soldiers a bunch. Like there's certainly a large number. Of course, many of them are posted on the front down south. So you don't know. You would imagine though, if they were smart, they would keep people here to fight that war.
I hope so, but
You haven't seen any Elven troops yet.
it
so you
seemed
don't
like they
know.
were banking on the arcane glass a lot.
Well, I feel like that plant's
We are very
obviously let
arrogant
them
people.
down.
That's what concerns me.
Well, they're also fighting a front on the west.
There's no way that they wouldn't have a plan that...
They're also fighting the Tars to the southwest as well. The humans are not part of this alliance, and to the east you have a lot of savage folk. And they did land on the Cracking Isles as well. And they were fighting the barbarians there. So you know of several places where they're already fighting.
Okay, let's hope
I
the
don't have Zone of Truth. I have Detect Thoughts. Ignir? Do you have any kind of magic that could like reveal the truth or understand people's minds or...
I have poisons.
Well, I don't know
You
if
have
that'll be
truth
handy.
poison.
Roll me a history check, Egnir.
18.
You've never had the opportunity to see how a kobold reacts to any of this.
Uh-oh.
We could try it. Otherwise,
And it
old-fashioned
fascinates you.
torture.
If that doesn't work, I can also make a telepathic link with
As
them,
Egnir sort
Wait,
of
what?
says this,
which I've never done before.
Whoa, wait,
But I can do that.
Wait. I've
Egnir
known
sort
you
of
for, like-
unlocks the door while this is happening and the stairs leading down.
We've known you for how long, and you're only just now telling us that you can make a telepathic link with creatures?
Yeah.
What the
Through-
fuck?
Through touch.
That could have been so useful.
When?
Just-
Just every time.
How much are you hiding from us? Like, all the time.
Oh boy. You know what an iceberg is?
Yes.
I'm the top part. Anyway, so I can do that if we need to.
It's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what what an iceberg is? Fuck.
He leads you downstairs, and all that's down here are what look like old tools, probably for a small garden, probably out back. So you have like the little claw rake. You have like the little was that trowel? What's that called?
A trowel?
Trowel. It's got a different consonant at the beginning. You have some bags of seeds and stuff that look old. You don't really have like seeding. If you want to look for more specific stuff, you can. Like, you want to actually investigate the room. This is just your first glance.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
28.
Okay. You also find there's like a bench where all this stuff is kind of laid out. There's a rack where the tools are. You look up at the ceiling, and it's sort of laid out very similar to most houses in real life, where you have like the support beams near the bottom, and this kind of looks like it used to have a lot of like herbs or dried. Your people are known for drying and toasting like seeds and stuff and herbs for all sorts of things. But there's a large hook at the top on one of these.
I'm not going to point that out to Ivellios or our new friend.
You can always hang him by the road.
It just not that I'd okay, I'll shoot a brief glance at that and a brief glance at her and just go looking at him.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
My passive of 20 doesn't see that.
I'm gonna have you roll for specifically. Like, they're always doing something.
We're shifty.
18.
18. You see. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
24.
So you see. You hear the professor go, "Ooh." and then you immediately snap your head over, and you see the eyes were somewhere, because there's like a blink and then this over to Alenia, but you don't know where they were looking, and you kind of look around. Okay.
What'd you say?
I didn't
Alright.
say anything.
I throw the kobold into like a corner of the room.
Okay, yeah, there's 4 of them, so
Yep.
your choice.
Just
Yeah, I know.
a corner.
In Draconic, I'm gonna say to him, do you speak common?
Hold person's still in effect.
You
and
dropped it.
still
No, you
fail.
dropped it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, because you just rolled a natural 5. So,
Okay.
go and roll a persuasion check. As you can see, clearly this is a soldier, right?
15?
Natural 20.
Fuck.
So, you see this broken-handed, red and yellow scale kobold, kind of dancing in and out of, like, flirting with falling asleep, probably from the intense pain of the wrists. But, like, you've fixed injuries before. You know how to keep people up. Up to you.
If
They don't seem like they're going to fall asleep now. It just seems like probably with much more trauma, like, the body can only take so much, even though it is of dragon descent. So it is probably pretty resilient. Like, kobolds are small and they don't pack much of a punch, but they can take a beating, which is kind of why their people are useful to the larger dragons.
Is it possible for him to like break away from your telepathic?
yeah, it could totally fail.
Okay.
But I can do it. I can do it once a day.
You should try it.
Okay.
Then.
Let's see. Once per day, touch a creature, must make save equal to intelligence plus proficiency. Which would be... Oh, okay, that's really good.
Yeah, it's your spell save.
It's the same as your spell save?
Well, if it's intelligence, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Plus 10. Or no, spell save
It's your
is
spell save DC.
18.
Yeah.
So, has to roll an 18.
Okay.
Has to roll an 18. What save?
I'm assuming intelligence.
Yeah, it's intelligence save. Okay. 18?
Yeah.
Alright, got a good shot. Okay, so you see the professor sort of roll sleeves back. Walk up. And there's some resistance, but there's not a lot of strength there. On either side of the temple, and kind of like its longer snout, so it kind of rests like this, kind of like if you're holding a dog like this.
Yeah.
Immediately, you see the professor go blank. You're sitting down at a table, a modern-looking table, one from home, in a chair. And you see, handcuffed, like in a detective movie, the Kobold.
Fuck.
As you think about that, walls go up, and behind, over here to your right, is two-way glass. And above, immediately, one of those lamps on chains that you can move.
Good cup, bad cup time. His good cup, his bad cup.
And then from in the corner, you see this red burning coal. Professor One standing there.
God
What?
fucking damn it. Okay. Okay.
So,
Why is he doing a voice?
Is this good company?
I don't.
what should we tell him?
I don't. I
What
didn't-
do we? What information should we get out of you, huh? Scales?
Okay. First of all, I did not sound like that. I'm saying in character to Professor One. Secondly, please stop drinking so much. I didn't smoke either.
It's a pipe.
Closer. Go.
You and I both know you wanted to talk like this, and it's too late for the drinking.
Fuck.
I have a lot of shit to work out. Anyway, I turn back to the kobold. Are his hands in this vision still fucky?
No.
No? Okay. In Draconic. Listen. I understand you're a soldier, and
You're a soldier!
and you're just doing your job. We're all just doing our job. And I really want to help you.
You like
I do.
doing your job, don't you? As he walks around the side and blows smoke into his face. Sort of sits down, grabs a chair, spins it backwards.
But I need to find our friend. And listen, I know this guy. He's fucking crazy. Please.
You see immediately, instead of a pipe, 3 jewels. They're e-cigarettes. Fucking crazy.
So, I'm gonna give you a chance to just tell me where you sent him.
One
I want
chance!
Professor One back a little bit.
And then, I guess... I can't stop him, because trust me, I'd make him stop doing the voice if I could. Although, better than I thought it would be in my head. So...
Is he blowing smoke rings? Or are they...
I can tone it down. rolls up his sleeves again.
He's a little.
Sits there softly and stares directly into the eyes.
Little scrawny wizard boy is the most intimidating out of the two of you, and it's so funny.
One of you's purple.
Yeah.
He has
Takes the
horns.
edge off.
He has horns and a tail. The other one looked more normal.
Arguably,
What
for the kobold, I look more normal than the human.
That's very true.
What kind of questions do you want to ask?
Firstly, I just want to ask, will you tell us where you sent our friend? I know you did banish, because I know that spell. I know what it looks like. Where did you send him?
Go and roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck.
We don't hear anything
16?
while they do this.
No, it's been about 2 seconds. 16?
Yeah.
That is exactly what he rolled. Roll again.
Fuck. 14?
You sort of reiterate the question. Like, where did Icilius, where is he sent to?
Yeah.
You hear back in Draconic. Someplace else.
Yeah, I wouldn't be asking where he went if he was here, asshole.
Where did he go? I need you to roll. I'm gonna roll an intimidation check. And the kobold.
Professor won the bird now?
The kobold.
Become
The
his...
kobold, as Professor One gets right in his little ear. Where did he go? Another plane! Another plane! Ah!
What plane of existence?
That was in common.
Okay, good.
Oh!
I'll still continue to speak in Draconic. This version of Professor. What plane did you send him to?
We'll roll persuasion. Woo!
21.
Wow, that was against a 19, not bad.
Oof.
In Draconic, he responds. Where they come from? Those. He sort of goes up to touch his face, but he can't. The ones. Far. And he goes to point, and he sort of pulls one arm higher and puts the other one next to the ring. And he points up, and you can see the ceiling of the I guess interrogation room in your brain erodes away, and you see the sky with the 8 stars. And he's pointing.
He's pointing at one of the stars.
He's somewhere up there. Go and roll a perception check.
I mean, oh fuck, I'm out of luck points. 11.
God damn it.
11?
Yeah.
You sort of
Bless your ass.
try to look, and you get a little static because you're trying to read his thoughts. Go and roll me a Constitution save.
That one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 3 psychic damage.
Okay.
There seems to be literal mind reading training or something, or magic that's starting to interfere here.
Okay.
And you see the other professor sort of flicker and end up on the wall, just sort of standing there, smoking another cigar. Like a big cigar.
Okay.
That was terrible. That was terrible!
I'm ashamed I miss you. Anyway.
So you still have these stars sort of
I say to him, because he was referring to a they, it's where they come from.
Mm-hmm.
I say, who's they? Who are they? Who are you talking about,
So roll
specifically?
persuasion.
20.
Okay. You can see he's fighting against it. They take the stars.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Does this have to do with the whole end of the world thing? Are you privy to this as well?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck, 11.
You can see that clearly there's a I said too much here. Go ahead and roll a Constitution save.
I'll burn his ass.
7.
You take 9 psychic damage. How close are you?
I think I'll be fine. Hold on.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, you sort of again, and you can see the stars and everything. That model disappears, and the lamp comes back, and it starts swinging. Professor One gets pushed over, and now he's sitting on the other side of the table from you, handcuffed. You're never gonna get us alive.
This is we've. Anyway, where's the kobold? I look around. Is he in the room?
Yeah, he's right next to him. They're sitting on the same side of the table.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Both handcuffed to the same chain hoop.
You have a weird
Wait.
mind palace.
This is stupid. And then he just takes the. What are you doing? And he goes and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a cigar and presses a button. I don't even smoke cigars. What the f... He sort of goes through his pockets and he throws out a fucking watch and a... I don't need that.
I say to him, are you looking...
Can I... He takes it from you.
Yeah.
Okay, we only got one more shot at this. Don't fail again, okay? Alright? I've been gone for a really long time. Come on! Focus! Do you have any idea how it's been? I'm an alcoholic! You don't give me that anymore! Are you serious?
They've talked me into drinking a few times.
Ah! Not enough!
Yeah.
Dying here!
It's a little late for that.
You're the one with the head, okay? And then you blink for a second, and all you see is just a smashed version of his head.
Oh god.
This is how I actually look! Then he comes back.
The guy who did that, by the way, turned out to be Elenia's dad.
I don't care!
He's
Okay,
fine
I
now.
kinda care.
He's fine now. He's okay.
Okay, my initial reaction was not to care. Have you changed?
Wait
Wait a second.
I'm trying.
Let me... Are those hooves?! I just noticed. I haven't been looking at you at all. What? No. We have to focus. We have to focus. We have time in the future to talk about this.
I hope not. Anyway, okay, one more shot. Let's see. What
Think of something.
I'll say to him, you need to tell me the name of the plane, the proper name, or when we get out of this, my friends are gonna make the rest of you match your hands. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm not gonna lie, I'll be looking.
Woo! You're in for it now, motherfucker! Roll intimidation check with advantage.
Oh my god.
I want to talk to Professor One again. Oh, that fucking alcoholic piece of shit.
16?
You have luck points, don't you?
No,
Nope,
I
he
used
used
him in
them
the
all.
fight and we haven't rested.
I should have given him
You
plus.
tied.
Fuck!
Did you use your rabbit's face?
Yes, I used it already.
Okay.
Again with advantage, or just...
Yeah. He's still in there. He's basically just doing that thing from Super
Okay.
Troopers. He goes, woo! Woo!
All right, Fava.
25.
Oh.
And he blows in the ear hole, like the ear canal that's up back here, in the astral plane.
Okay. That could be worse, probably.
Go and roll a history check.
Because that's where he dips to when he uses his displacer cloak, right?
Nope, that's Blink.
Oh,
Blink.
fuck.
Blink is a pocket version of the astral plane.
Yeah,
Okay.
you traverse through the astral plane while still being rooted in the
But it's
material.
not the, like there's
Astral
locations...
plane is where exploded bags of holding go.
Am I thinking of something else? Like a whatever. Anyway, okay. 23.
23?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me another Constitution check. As Professor One goes... Oh... But let's see what your Constitution check is before that.
9.
Can you survive 9 more psychic damage?
Yes, I can.
Okay. As he says, "Oh, your head rings, and this time it's not from the Kobold at all. You're still standing in the room. The Kobold's still there. Professor One's still there, but they're frozen in time. You turn, and you swear you can see someone behind the double-sided glass. Like there's a shift in light. And then you look up, and the stars come back. And then behind them, the other stars fill in that you're familiar with. And then you look back down. And you're in your workshop. And you're looking at a display just sitting there crunching numbers. And then there's some math that doesn't work out. There's a place out there. There's not a black hole. It's the gravity signature of a planet. But it doesn't show up on any chart.
Okay.
And you start typing in. And you're looking. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
15.
15, okay. As you look at this information, you start hearing, "Son!" And through the door that's locked, you hear the familiar sound of your father, the monitor, and you hear, "Doo, doo, 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 doo. You must stop this instant!" And you sort of look away, and you look back. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
20.
20. You ignore it. And you look back at records from yesterday. There was a planet there. There was a sun there, too. There was a solar system. There's a pocket where the waves of gravity are still... It's almost like in an instant. Just gone.
It disappeared, but gravity still continues because it goes outward at the speed of light.
And Stop! And you turn, and the door starts to creak open as you see sparks flying from the basically where the lock is, and you're back in the interrogation room in the jail in your head. We know what that is. Wait. Do we know what that is? You take your hands off the kobold.
How long has it been for us?
About 30 seconds.
Astral plane.
Wait,
does that
really?
mean?
Yes. Also, you know the creepy poem we found and what told us about the end of the world
Yep.
and
Yeah.
the thing. The kobold implied that where
Kobold! What? In Draconic. I don't know if any of you can hear it, but
Not me.
just saying what? What? What?
it implied that where Ivellios was sent is where the thing that is destroying things is from. So,
Wait. The Devourer or whatever is
Yeah.
from the astral plane?
that's what it seems like because I asked where he sent him and he said where they come from. And, yeah. Professor One also says hi, or he would if he cared about
Wait,
you.
what?
What?
Wait, what?
So,
Hold on.
Wait.
Someone explain this astral plane thing to me.
Do you have any real life knowledge of this?
I do not at
Yeah,
all.
me either.
Okay. So, you know enough about the astral plane. It was part of your studies. Every time this has come up since you've been here, it seems like there's like a block. There's been a block on a lot of that information, and you've been slowly over time chipping away at basically the bedrock of these thoughts. But you're sure that you know all the things about the astral plane. Go ahead and roll a history check. Like
19?
It constantly is tip of the tongue for you. You say, well, that's where the bag of holding goes. That's kind of like pocket dimension, like when you use the blink spell. It's kind like, you know that things go there on purpose. You don't know things like really staying there a lot. You feel like you'd have to opt in and then take materials there. Be a really good place to hide.
Is it
Nothing's from there unless they want to be.
survivable? It's like Ivellios, can he be there with his mayonnaise jar
Like,
and not
you go-
die?
Have you ever used Blink? Do you even have that spell?
I don't
'Cause you're
have that
aware
spell.
of it. I mean, you've seen it. Like, it is survivable. You don't... You know he has the mayonnaise jar.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't breathe when you're there. But there's not, like, flora and fauna necessarily. Because of your ties to planar entities, Elenia, you can... Actually, Ednir, with advantage, you can make a history check. Or Edgear, sorry. Egnir.
Ignir.
I said it right the first time.
10.
Ooh,
With advantage, nice, solid.
mine is.
What's your
a-
modifier for that?
0.
Oh.
Mine's a 17.
17. So Egnir, you basically know, like, you know, all planes offer different challenges. To you specifically, astral plane's not really something on your list. You have heard of stuff with like astral in front of it, like as a more like a prefix, like an astral blank, whatever that may be.
It was never mentioned in like religious connotations.
Really,
ever?
it's more of anytime you learned about like prehistory stuff is kind of when this comes up. You get the idea that it's not really something like it wasn't like a focus of your studies, because for the last 800 years is really when information has been available. From a civilization standpoint, it's not been, it was pretty tumultuous before that. But anything that you've read on it, you don't know of any inhabitants being there.
I mean, nothing comes from there, but anything that is there by either banishment or choosing to go could be dangerous. It's literally like, how would we even, how do we even get there and get home?
Well, you do recall that you were supposed to collect planar energy anyway.
Was the astral plane one of... Let me check my notes.
Let me look up some spells.
Time
real
was
quick.
told... did I not write the planes down? Okay, we know... Oh, I don't think we figured it all out. Death was in between planes. I don't think that's the
Next.
astral plane.
I say to them basically, by
Elysium
whatever
Lighthouse.
in-game terms would be for like next level, I'm working on.
No, you've been working on it. You've been working
Okay.
on studying for a spell.
Okay. Yeah. By soon, I should be able to get the Hartnell to be able to travel to different planes as well as space. So, like, we'll be able to go around this plane and to other planes.
How soon can we...
Once I learn
Also, you're not
plane
with the
shift.
Hartnell.
Yeah. Also, we need to deal with this business. I need to learn plane shift and contact other plane, and once I figure those out, I should be able to get the Hartnell to go to other planes of existence.
Does anybody have the information on the Toll Cube?
You have it
Yeah,
there.
I wrote it down. I just gotta find it.
I have
So-
the
I need to get
different
little sticky notes to like.
tag where
Yeah.
the things are.
I have
yeah,
some. You want some?
I
Yeah, that'd be
have the planes that were. I mean, not the
thank you.
planes. I have the things that we're supposed to collect, and some of the planes. So like, Death is between the planes. Elysium is Lathander. Nine Hells is Zix. I don't have Isulfa, and we already have Toll. So,
Okay.
Argangula is the elemental planes.
You don't know if it's connected. It's just that the only other time you've really discussed planar travel is with Toll.
Yeah, all I have written down is that stuff. What he told us about the different potential planes they could be in, Nine Hells and other stuff.
You have a kobold sitting in the corner.
I'll start. I don't want like fix his hands, but like I'm gonna do some healing on his hands. So he doesn't...
Don't do that yet.
What else is he gonna tell
He'll
us?
teleport out.
If
No
but
one
it
can
still
know the
won't-
location of the safe house.
It still won't fix his hands though. He still won't be able to cast. His hands will still be fucked up. He just, I assume, won't be like bones protruding.
No,
I don't
let
even
him.
know what.
He sent Icilius to the astral plane.
He's a
to
soldier.
die.
At the end of the day, he's doing his job. I don't agree with what he did, but you're gonna cold-blooded murder him?
It's not murder.
That's fucked up. Yes, it is! You have a prisoner. You have an obligation to that prisoner to treat it with a certain level of dignity. You can't just murder him.
He's not being murdered.
I beg to differ.
I know you beg to differ.
He just can't use his hands.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm gonna fix his hands, I just don't want him to be in awful pain this entire time, because that's incredibly inhumane.
Okay.
Alright. Let's see. I'm just gonna slap a second level cure wounds.
Okay. How many hit points?
14.
Okay. So you see kind of... And they're still pretty fucked. There were other wounds that spell seems to prioritize, probably in interior.
Sure.
And you can see, like, this sort of wincing sort of loosens a little bit. And the breathing is sort of starting to slow. Consciousness is staying. While you're doing that, sort of makes eye contact with you. It sort of seems confused. And then it looks over your friends. And then it looks back.
I say to him, thank you for the information. Sorry about the hands.
He's gonna try to whisper to you. He does not roll high enough for anyone to be not hearing.
Okay.
He whispers, "See royalty."
What? Something royalty?
Is he royalty?
He
Oh.
looks over to Ivellios because he's a snow owl.
That's pretty racist. There are other kinds of owls, you asshole. I say in Draconic.
Go one more deception check.
He's gonna fucking stab Ivellios in her sleep.
25.
Try me, bitch.
Kind of looks over at Ivellios. We're here for them. We're gonna kill them all.
I
Is
assume
he in common?
I assume that's what the competent dragons are doing. You're in a basement. Yeah.
Go and roll a
Right to the soul.
roll a performance check to see the thickness of that bird.
Hey, I'll heal his physical pain. I'll make fucking fun of the guy.
Mental pain? Nah.
23.
Why are you so good at
Yeah, that
that?
was a good burn.
Yeah, I was just in contact with Professor One.
You channeled your
my
energy a little bit.
Con check for psychic damage.
Also, I'm gonna grab the
Maybe if you
alcohol
down
Saris gave me and pour myself a drink.
Okay.
What? Wait, you're drinking?
I owe someone a drink. Drink it.
Okay.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
How much of it are you drinking?
I'll just like one drink,
Okay,
not
you
a
don't have
lot.
to roll for anything.
Yeah, you're gonna talk to us? Or
What about it?
what's going on with you?
Nothing.
Insight check.
You know what? Sin.
Okay, so they're both rolling insight checks.
Oh, I rolled really low!
Am I doing a competing deception?
If you
You're
want
not
to
gonna
deceive
beat me.
them.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
You're not beating me.
9.
It's impossible.
14.
Yeah, 30.
Mm.
I nat 20 that shit and I got a plus 10. You're
Okay.
not gonna beat me.
What happened to
So
the
you
Landers?
insight check the professor on, is everything okay? And?
I'm fine. I just, when I was doing that, other me showed up.
Other you showed up?
He's kind of an asshole.
So wait, there's like 2 of you in your own head?
I guess. He had to go somewhere, kinda. It's me. It's just...
Not you.
It's not like he talks to you throughout the
No.
day. You don't get the idea that he has a mental illness other than the other ones that are apparent.
Just his
I
personality.
was literally in my head.
Yeah. That's where they
Okay.
keep them.
That's.
He was doing a voice.
Mm.
Why you do that?
I kinda miss him.
I did beards, not voices. Big difference. Although a voice is kind of a beard for your noises.
He's just. He was just trying something different.
Yeah. I think the horns are different enough.
He was an asshole, but I kind of miss him.
Anyway.
Is your friend defective?
No, he's good. He's fine.
You see Egnir sort of pulls pieces of this like really small mold while he says that.
Are you?
Is your friend defective?
Are you eating? Okay.
Okay, I've reached my curiosity breaking point. Fungus guy, what's up with the fungus?
You can't just ask people what's up with their fungus.
You
God
hear,
damn it.
You hear a very low
Oh.
from the corner.
Fuck.
So what's up with your fungus, Agni?
I serve Xeroth and decay of nature, and in return, she provides for me.
So, like, not a beautiful meadow of armor. Stanky, You know what? I like it.
Hey, life is life, you know? Like, all plant life
It's very full circle. Things rot and decay, and then they...
It's kind of like rebirth. Like,
Exactly. Well, not rebirth.
well, not rebirth, but new life. It kind of rebirth in a way. It's kind of like what we were taught at the church.
The professor
We don't
laughs at that.
disrupt the cycle.
So... City's under attack. We gonna take a nap? That sounds good. I think we literally in a row went from like a prison break, and our friend died, and it came back to life, and I was really high, and then we left, and we spelunked in some caves, and found some stuff, and had to sneak around, and then helped an old lady, and now we're here, and the city's under attack. I think a nap is due.
There's been a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
You did sleep in between those.
I know.
We should watch The Prisoner in shifts, I think.
Okay. I'll take the first shift. That's fine.
I can take care of that.
Do you know if there's a way to send messages across planes?
Planar messaging, which is one of the things I need to be able to, or contact other plane, which I need to be able to make the Hartnell be able to travel between planes.
Which lets you contact a person on a plane, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
I feel
Because sending is only on the same plane.
really bad.
In fairness, I mean, he died and you brought him back. Better than being dead. We can still go get him. We'll get him. It's fine.
We didn't-
In fairness, we told Saris that, and he's probably dead at this point, but this'll be different. Batting 500 better than... I don't know sports metaphors? I don't know
No.
if baseballs exist here.
It does not exist here.
He didn't want me to bring him back, though. And I brought him back, and now he's probably suffering a fate that's worse than death. If he dies in the astral plane, I don't even know what happens to his soul.
Well, that's why we gotta go get him back. It doesn't help to assume the worst. We're gonna go, and, maybe this is nostalgic for him. Maybe he's learned a second love for mayonnaise. Like, it's like you've been married for 30 years, but you take a cruise to Alaska, and it's beautiful, and you learn new things. Mayonnaise is his Alaska.
What the fuck is Alaska?
Yeah, what is that?
Technically, you don't know either. But,
Pretend I said something other than Alaska. You know what I
but
What's
very
that?
similar to Alaska.
What's that island?
The Cracking Isles. I said the Cracking Isles. Is the governor of the Cracking Isles someone who can see the rest of the continent from their house?
Probably.
Oh! I can see Gygax from here!
Do the Goliaths talk like fucking... Oh wait, there are furbolgs and stuff around there, so...
Uh-oh, my daughter's pregnant again!
That was... that.
Sarah Palin jokes! Sarah Palin jokes in 2018 were real relevant.
I'd also like to think the professor is making fun of a politician in his own time and no one understands what the fuck he's talking about.
I'll allow it.
He enjoys it, though. And that's what matters.
I don't understand how you can be so lighthearted about the fact that our friend is suffering!
Listen, he's suffering whether or not we're having a good time, too. Why are we adding to the suffering of the world? Math.
You're not concerned?
Math! That is math.
Are you not concerned?
I'm very concerned. I'm concerned all the time. From, like, the day we were attacked by spiders till now. It's been, But you gotta... You just gotta keep moving. He pulls out his recorder. I haven't used this in a while. Oh god.
Are you sure you're okay?
You see him pull out like a little notebook and look up something?
Oh god, where is it?
It's like the Ocarina of Time when you have like a list of all the songs that you can play. That's basically what it is.
Are you sure you're not having a breakdown right now?
No, I'm fine! His voice cracks like that.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
I'm gonna resist it if possible.
Okay, well, I can detect your surface level thoughts without you having any say.
Surface level thoughts of Professor are, well, I guess you could say them. The very surface,
It's the
the
very
tippy
surface,
top.
like basic emotion, feeling,
Probably.
or whatever.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Oh,
Right.
fuck! Hold on,
gonna-
he's, oh god.
I'm gonna try to probe a little more here.
Okay.
Get some more info.
After you get the song, probably while that starts playing.
How did you pick
He's
this
trying to
one?
play it out. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll a resistance against. It's a probably. Was it a charisma save?
Let me see.
Glad we're playing kids.
Is it because of the Deadpool shirt?
No!
Never gonna dance again.
I still haven't seen this.
He'll probably pass.
Oh, it's good.
And, wisdom save.
Go ahead and do a wisdom
You're
save.
bad at that.
As you're playing your recorder, you feel the familiar tug of Alenia
What'd you roll?
on your brain.
I'm in there. We're in. Hacker voice.
He immediately stops and just starts drooling. Okay. So what are you trying to look for? I think you have to like.
You initially learn surface thoughts. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. I gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such
Okay.
as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
So, as you do this, and Professor, you're handcuffed to a table. And you're sitting down at a chair, and on the other side,
God fucking damn
you
it.
see Alenia. Alenia, you're standing there, and you don't know what this room is. You look
hell?
over to the right side, and there's like, probably like black glass on the wall. And then from the corner, behind the professor,
God damn it.
you see the orange glow of an e-cigarette.
You fucking traitor!
Wait,
I'm back.
Professor 1?
Is that what you call me?
Or, I mean,
What the fuck?
you don't have another name.
One?
Professor?
Not even one.
He's 2.
Don't tell her that!
Wait! There's more? You've had more?
They don't count.
Wait, why don't they count?
Well, he doesn't count.
He?
She?
She?
What did we call that one?
There was
Don't
one
worry.
before?
Stop!
Wait, there was one.
This is the worst.
I walk up to
I
other
regret.
professor.
I'm never gonna drink again. I'm never
I walk
taking
up to
another
the
drop.
gonna drink again.
I walk up to the other professor.
You raise my thoughts.
I give him
Ask
a
you a
hug.
question. I'm interested
I give him a hug.
in the answer. I'm sitting here doing nothing. You're gonna give the professor one a hug?
Yes.
Okay, you pass right through.
Oh no.
Just like he wanted. He goes, no, still no. Still no. And he sort of pats you on the head. And
You were
feel
okay with
that-
it. You were okay with it when you almost died that one time.
He's
Remember when
dead
you blew
now,
up
he
a
doesn't
mummy?
care.
You blew up a mummy.
That's trivia.
You almost
I
died.
smoke now. I don't have
Even
drinks.
I think this is douchey. Don't blow the vape in people's faces.
Did he get worse?
He's been dead. I don't know what he's been doing.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Can you imagine doing nothing? How long's it been?
What?
Okay, it's probably
Feels
been,
like years!
it's been like 2 months, I think.
I don't have anything to do here!
What? I don't know what
Did
you
you
want.
drink?
A little bit ago, a little
He
bit.
did just drink.
It was a thank you. I redact it.
So wait.
And he blows an e-cig in your face.
What
and
else
it
is he
smells
keeping-
like cherry limeade.
Hey. What else is he keeping from us? Because he just said he's an iceberg.
No. I'm keeping it from you too. We're on a team here, sort of.
Are we? It doesn't feel like it.
And he unlocks your wrists.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, see, we can work together. It's
If you
fine.
tell me, I'll make sure he drinks more alcohol.
How much? And how do you make sure? Explain this.
I'm
Explain this
pretty
deal.
persuasive.
I pull out my mind recorder.
Yep. Just give me the, and he zoops it for you.
The what? This? I give it to him.
He takes it. That's wrong. He hands it back. Where's the guitar?
This is his new thing. I don't.
What?
No, but seriously, I'll try
Did
to
you
get.
mind air guitar?
Don't worry about it.
Your brain is a weird place.
Okay, you're running out of time.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah. No, Did you just call me Toots?
I'm trying it out. Did it work?
No.
Fine. I'm going with the good cop, bad cop
It's
thing.
really bad. You should stop the voice and the smoking and the.
She doesn't have any reference for this. It's fine.
Anyway, what's his deal? Why is he all?
That's a very
Why
good
is he?
question. You
Why?
should ask a better question.
Why is the first thing on his mind just screaming? Why is he avoiding?
Oh, that's always there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not new.
Why are you constantly avoiding things like, I don't know, sad feelings by like playing your recorder over them and pretending like it doesn't hurt you?
Well,
You want
okay.
to take that one?
Okay, I have
I'm
to.
not great with
Yeah,
these.
I have to answer this
Yeah,
because
you
of the
kind of
spell.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone I've ever known is dead, and it might be my fault. I'm not sure though. It probably isn't. It might be, but probably not.
Wait, why do you think it's your
It totally
fault?
could be.
Don't say that.
Why do you think
It
it's your
doesn't
fault?
have to be.
It might.
But it's maybe our fault.
How
The
could-
more.
It's more my fault than your fault, to be fair. Not terrible.
Okay.
How could it be your fault?
Yeah, you don't have to. No.
Yes, I do.
See, but when I think about it, I don't know either.
Okay, what possible idea like do you have in your brain that makes you think it's your fault?
I just have this, right?
You weren't there for this. You were in here. I saw a vision.
Oh, that? I don't know what
think
you're talking about.
I think it was a memory. And this has been alluded to before as well. By Toll and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw this coming and was trying to do something about it. The whole stars going away.
Mm-hmm.
And I clearly didn't succeed.
Well, I didn't succeed.
Well, you ended up in our time somehow in the future, but not the future.
I don't remember the specifics of that. Either way,
But why would you think that you killed your people? It's
they're
been-
all dead as far as I'm aware. It's
know,
been
but you don't think that-
thousands of years.
You don't think that they would have died off in that amount of time?
Probably. I don't know. People don't tend to live. I mean, I don't know. Everything got fucked, probably. I don't know. It's not the same.
Horses.
Yeah.
You really hated that.
Still do. Build something.
Okay.
Horses are people too.
I got the Hartnell to be able to teleport, by the way.
You did?
Yeah.
I remember when we wanted to do that.
This close to being able to plane shift.
Fuck.
Yep.
Alright, you two can have a meeting with yourselves later.
Oh, no.
No, that sounds terrible.
Anyway,
The only reason this is working is because you are here.
hey,
And that's a compliment, by the way.
Don't compliment her.
Oh yeah, fuck you. This is like you're burglarizing us. You're a wet bandit.
I laugh at the joke we both did.
You remember the Zone of Truth? You remember that night?
Of course I remember the Zone of Truth. What do you think? What do you think? I just forget stuff because I'm dead? Sure, my
Anyway.
brain was smashed to smithereens. By the way, thanks, Pops! Hope he's doing great!
He's all right.
Oh, well, I was
He's
kinda
a nice guy.
I'm about
he?
to slap your
Yeah.
brain self.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll hurt me. Go ahead.
It's just gonna pass right through him, isn't it?
Probably. I saw you try and hug him earlier.
I really wish I could hit you. Anyway, hey, I shouldn't have to constantly do this to get you to talk about your feelings or your problems. We're your friends.
Friends don't invade other people's minds
You've
involuntarily.
used this before, but goddammit, you'll never
Was
talk
it
to
me
us
or
if
was
I
it
don't.
him?
It was him. But
Okay,
still.
That's
I'm putting
me.
this on
That's
him.
my bad. I'll take that one. That's fine.
But still, we all Zone of Truth. We talked about our feelings, and you know what? We got something done out of that.
I don't
We-
see how it's.
Okay, I stand by the part with the heart and the mounting it.
I also stand...
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
No, I think
I'm
we all
very-
came to an agreement on that.
Okay. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool. I put a lot of time into it.
Yeah.
I found other hearts since then of werewolves.
Really?
I think I gave
You
it
have
to
like
someone.
2. You gave it to Sig.
Okay.
I really need a workshop.
I'll try and think one up. How about that? I don't know if that'll work.
You with yourself might be one of the worst experiences of my life. Anyway,
It's okay. This is only a fraction of time.
can you make him, like, just stop?
I can try to stop.
Have you ever been able to make me stop?
Imagine what it's like in our head at the same time, trying to stop one another. It's like saying, don't think of an elephant, right? So he's like, stop. I'm like, stop. They basically cancel each other out. It's math.
How did I put up with you?
You said you missed him! I want to point
do.
that out!
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, did you hear my voice, Beard?
Your voice, Beard?
What are we doing? Huh? Alenya, how you been? Capiche?
Have we garnered enough knowledge?
Go back to the normal beard and the eye patch.
He
Honestly.
immediately gets an eye patch and a normal beard, but... I look like a pirate!
It's not how pirates talk.
Arg!
We've literally met pirates. They don't talk like that. Hansel didn't talk like that.
Yeah, Hansel didn't talk like that at
He's
all.
a smuggler, I guess. Arguably different than a pirate. They don't steal, they just take stuff that has been stolen
I mean,
and move
honestly,
it.
the only thing I didn't really like him that much.
You didn't like Hansel! Hansel's great!
Hansel just, like, hit on me creepily and...
I look at the other professor to see if he is thinking the exact same thing I am thinking.
What? I can
liked it.
You
literally
didn't
read your
like
thoughts.
Hansel because he hits on you constantly.
Creepily.
Other me! Who else do we know that fits
Your
that
dad
description?
didn't do that!
Whoa!
Okay, I just think maybe that, like, your standards are a little weird, and he sort of peels the beard off.
She makes me pass notes constantly via sending. She's making me use
Did I do
fucking
that?
Hey,
magical
no.
powers.
Hey, my
The
standards
powers
aren't
of
weird.
the universe, cosmic. To send little
Poor
notes.
Ivellios.
Little...
My standards aren't weird.
They're pretty weird. You smash those people's legs that one time and then you're...
I
anyway.
thought he was cute.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But, like, that's gross.
Yeah.
I could be...
You're super old. You're, like, really, really old.
Great grandmother.
He's into elves anyway.
Father.
Is he into elves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are
You don't know any, do you?
Don't say that in
Are
front...
you into elves?
Don't... Let's
Yeah.
not... Let's not...
Elves? That doesn't even seem to make sense.
There's an elf guy who's
There's, like-
really into him.
Oh, that carried over?
Are we done?
Yeah, leave.
God damn it.
I just walk over to you and give you a hug.
Ivellios walked to another room. It seems like maybe he had to bird pee. Egnir's just sitting there like... And you see him sort of taking the bottom of his staff and sort of poking at the kobold, like, lightly. With a little bit of a smile on his face.
Ignore, what are you doing?
Please don't murder that prisoner.
No murder.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
I'm gonna insight check.
What are you doing?
Asking you what you're doing?
Before that.
18.
I was inside of his head just now.
Also 18.
Whoa! So many roll-ups!
Fuck, 11.
19.
God damn it.
Okay. Your best guess? Waiting for the kobold to expire.
Okay.
Your best.
Can I put 2 and 2 together myself if I can
You're very smart.
Okay. Do you... This might be an offensive question as a mushroom person.
I know what
do
you're
you
gonna-
devour the corpses of individuals once they pass? Because that is the most interesting thing I've seen in a while,
What?
and we just got out of a dragon fight.
If he's got to think about it, I think that means he's trying to word it.
Wait, this isn't a simple
Ivellios
answer
walks
now?
back downstairs.
Yeah.
Not directly.
Wait.
The mushrooms, the fungus devours it, is what I mean.
Oh, wait.
Okay! That's pretty neat. How did this start? I know you said it's like a two-way street. How did this begin?
It has always been a part of me.
Okay. Mushroom powers, that's pretty cool. Mushrooms normally just fuck me up.
What?
You can eat certain mushrooms, and they
Wait.
You have problems?
they make you hallucinate.
You have so many problems.
No, I don't!
You may not be like an alcoholic, but you have some sort of addictive personality at any point in given time.
What?
You hear the door upstairs creak open. And Pimpsh yells down, "What are you doing with the bloody bastard?"
Keeping him alive for now.
Good. Good.
Wait, what?
That's ominous.
What's the ominous, menacing thing about?
Ask them. Ask them why. Why they're here now. They weren't supposed to be here now.
Good question. I go up to him.
And then he
Did the
slams the
alien tell
door.
us?
What?
Are we
And
interrogating
when he
again?
opens the door, you can actually hear more commotion because you're kind of
He
underground
already
now,
told us why we
insulated.
were here.
When he opens the door, you do hear
Kill.
specifically
But
you.
why today? He said he
Yeah.
wasn't.
You specifically hear much more fighting, much closer.
Is this house like what's it look like? Is it like straw thatched?
No,
and
no, no.
stuff, or
It's,
anything?
well, it's kind of like these, where it is a little thatched, but it's certainly a wood lattice.
Okay. Just
the-
afraid it's gonna set
the
on fire.
actual in-game, like in your head, they're a little bit more round than these, but like
Sure.
Eric wasn't gonna make round houses, so
Yeah.
these just are placeholders. But yeah, they're a little more round, and on the top of them, there's usually a recess where people can like an actual nest.
Nest,
So it's usually
yeah.
made of nest-y material, but they're sapient, smart, intelligent birds. So like it is probably flammable, and you did see fire, but it's not like if it rained real hard, it's not gonna come through the roof or anything. It's not like nothing.
Okay.
Like you look. Like, the fact that you're in a basement, but when you were looking up, it looked like a normal ceiling.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the kobold and say to him in common, "Why did you attack today? Is there anything specific? Are there more coming? Tell me what you can about the attack."
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
19.
19, okay. Sort of looks at you. His broken hands. And you did help him earlier, and he's sort of, with his fingers that, I mean, they're swollen, and even though he's red and yellowish, you can see, like, they've filled out, and they don't seem to have a lot of bend to them right now, and just sort of touching and sort of rubbing just to kind of try to relieve some of the pressure. Why today? Large troop movements. And the elves. I don't know, something about the elves.
You don't know?
Are the troops
Not that high up?
Do you happen to know where the troop movements in relation to the elves, like there are elf troops possibly stationed here that had moved off, or are they unrelated as far as you are aware? I know you don't necessarily have top level knowledge, but
All I know is he sort of winces in pain. You see sort of like blood dribble down the mouth. This was today or later.
You said you were here to kill the snow owls? Specifically?
As many as we can.
you're trying to kill the ruling class, essentially, is your main target. Okay.
What do the dragons intend to do with the nest if they succeed?
Is this a mission where they're coming in, doing what they need to do, and pulling out? Or are they attempting to take
Is
the
this
island?
Conquering.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Which one of us?
Okay, I already rolled it. 14.
Kobold sits there for a minute. No more. And then sort of braces to get hit or something.
Alright.
No.
Do you want me to go back into his brain?
I mean, you can if you want. I have a feeling we'll know if they're trying to conquer the island or not by morning. So...
You remember what he did to you just now, where he went inside your head?
Sort of just looks at you.
I can do that again.
Won't be as cool, probably.
You can roll an intimidation check if you want.
Fuck.
Shockingly,
Do either of you want to do anything?
Aw, not that
Me?
great.
No, I'm probably gonna rest.
13.
I'm real beat up.
Agni or anything you want to do? You fail.
No, I'm just watching them picking at moss and absentmindedly eating it.
If you guys need me, I'm gonna go get some rest. Just come get me.
okay.
We
So
should-
you sort of walk up. Is there anything you want to do there, or are you just actually
Yeah, I'm actually just gonna go to bed.
We should definitely watch this guy
I'll watch him.
throughout the night.
I mean, we'll take shifts, but I can take the first one, that's fine.
I can take care of it.
Do you not
The whole thing?
sleep?
I meditate, but I can box him in with stone.
Okay.
How do you know he won't? Well, I mean, we broke his hands.
There's also a house full of people. I think we'll be fine.
You also might want to gag him so he can't cast anything that's just verbal spells.
Good idea.
Kinda hard to take a gag out with broken hands, huh?
I would also restrain him.
That I can do.
Okay, well. We have to figure out what to do in the morning.
You walking upstairs and leaving Agni down here?
Yeah.
I will too, but as I go, I say, please only eat him if he's dead. I know that's probably how it works. I feel a moral obligation to say that out loud.
Weird.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys go upstairs. Did you want to do anything while you're upstairs?
I want to talk to the others and kind of see how the distraction went, and
Okay.
like, did anyone get?
So Pimch is the only one that's available to talk to because Bleora is not there.
I'm checking on, what's her face's
Scotland?
wounds, yeah.
As you check on them, and look, you see black pus.
Can I
Like necrotic
Kinda-
damage?
decipher what?
It's clearly necrotic.
Okay. But can I figure out, is this like a persistent thing that I can maybe
It's
lift?
definitely deteriorated some.
But like, say, would some sort of restoration maybe lift? Like, can I tell if it's a curse or a disease?
Doesn't seem like a curse. It seems definitely physical, but it seems
Okay.
magically enhanced.
Okay. Let me see real quick. Because we need her to get better. What do I got? What do I get? Disease or condition. Okay, I can try lesser restoration.
Okay.
I'll do, let me make sure I have the spell slot. Yeah. I'll do a lesser restoration to try to cleanse whatever that is.
Okay.
It says one disease or one condition. So it can be poison or disease. Either
Not
one.
poison, it might be a disease.
Okay,
Do you wanna
we'll aim for disease.
Do you want to just cast it, or do you want to try to discern it a little bit better, or?
I mean, can I do anything like
You can
medicine?
make a medicine check. But it's going to be high, of course, but because you've never seen this before.
What about Arcana? Like, do you be able to maybe like scan it and see if
Yeah, you can try to scan it.
it's got like I know it's magical, but like what kind of magical? 'Cause I might need to-
29.
29. So you scan the wound, especially the one that's coming down across the chest and into the lower abdomen, and it seems to be very similar to like a basilisk injury, where it's sort of a persistent. But that's like a poison.
Okay.
This doesn't seem to be a poison. It seems to be the actual. It's almost like liquid cancer.
Or like,
So it's something that would need to be excised from the body to...
is it like bloodroot where it literally kills things?
No, it's like when the. I mean, you have actual medical knowledge of like cellular biology. It's like when the white blood cells start attacking the infection, they turn into more infection.
Okay.
Which is why I call it kind of liquid cancer. It's sort of like, it's not like mutated cells necessarily. It's just like it continues to exacerbate upon contact, like a metastasis.
And it's going to continue to get worse over time. Oh, okay, I'd say I explained we need to get.
So
You have a medical
surgery.
bay on the Hartnell.
Oh, fuck.
But
I asked.
The glass is down.
The glass is down, but calling that clearly gives you, like, if anyone's looking for, based on the door, right? And the magic there, it's not strong enough to block that. If anyone's looking for strong magical
signals,
anything, like, and not the glass necessarily, just anyone.
What do we have on hand for as far as medical equipment of any kind? If anything, I could even.
You have the tools downstairs that are slightly rusty. You have what's on you as people right now, and
I could call the Hartnell.
I wonder if I could burn some of that off, like sterilize the tools with
Sterilized rust?
Well, no, I mean like sterilize the metal by heating it up really hot.
I'm bleeding. No.
I could call the Hartnell. We could do it really quick, and then I could send it back away, dematerialize it, send it off somewhere.
Can you guarantee that you'll get the Hartnell inside of here?
nope.
No. I honestly say no.
Yeah.
But this is gonna spread unless we do something.
Right. Of course.
Can I estimate how long maybe we have?
So consider this.
Okay.
Once you call it, it can't teleport away.
Oh yeah, we had
For
to
8 hours.
Didn't we have to fucking kick it off the? Yeah, we had to kick it off the
So
boat. I think the airship. Shit. I can't imagine.
it doesn't have enough energy to like.
Yeah. I think the dragons, if they're not literally trying to invade and take it over, I think they'll be gone by then. They'll have done what they're going to do, or be turned back by the Aarakocrans.
Or another thought
And the
creeps
glass
into your
will-
mind: if they
Repair the arcane glass.
they could sees the Hartnell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even if you're inside it, but like your teleport is strong, right? But there's ways to like you immediately think about 25 ways that you could tie the Hartnell down to a certain spot.
Maybe we should just try to work with whatever
Your
we have
paranoia
available.
on the Hartnell and the protection of that is definitely creeping in. It's certainly a thing you can do if you find it to be that dire. There are also, if Ivellios, Valkyrio knows some medicine and stuff. You learned a little bit of survival from him. Those who trained you, so there might be something they, you know.
I mean,
your new elf friend seems to deal with death and decay. You could ask.
I'm proficient in survival.
I have
since
the
it is a
moon dagger
necrosis-
too. If we need something clean and sharp,
Actually, that's a good idea.
What's that?
I said I'm proficient in survival.
I'm
Right.
proficient
and you
in
also
medicine,
realize,
so...
as you kind of take stock of this, her house is down the street.
I know.
So, are we gonna do impromptu surgery here? And
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution check.
Me?
I think
Not good.
we probably
Okay.
should.
Below 10?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, with every... So you can't hide this from anybody. With every... You see Ivellios who's like trying to chill, you see him go... And you see him start to breathe heavy and try to, like, you can see him, like, muttering to himself and calming himself down. And you can see him, like, there's one side of his chin, kind of like right now. There's one side of his chin where, as you look, he's been pulling the small face feathers off. And so he's got, like, a little bald spot, like, on his jawline.
are you okay?
Hey,
I mean,
But-
my town is getting demolished.
Yeah.
You see him eyeball the door several times.
wait. I mean, there's nothing we can do about
Yeah,
it.
but that's not the problem. I understand that part, but the problem is her house is right down the road from here.
What do you mean?
She
The
lives
professor
down the
looks
road.
confused.
Oh. You mean...
Yes. That's what I mean. Do you know how hard it is for me not to walk out that door right now? I'm not even... I have...
Do you not remember?
Wait, did he tell us about this? And I
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot he told the professor about this. Sorry.
girl
That
bird.
was probably the other professor anyway.
It was Professor 1.
Yeah, girl
That's how
bird.
long ago.
Okay, it was a while ago.
I have 40 hit points. I'm about to walk out that door.
You can't.
You
do
can't.
anything
We
in the
have
state
to
you're
rest.
in.
You won't. It won't do her any good if you're also dead.
Do you want me to go look for you?
No.
That's it.
No one's going alone.
I can go invisible, and I'm
So can
still
I.
very like sturdy right now. Like I'm good.
You can't cast almost any more spells. I know that for a fact, based on how many you did.
I've actually got quite a few left.
That no. I say no. Straight
Yeah.
up. That's not the case.
He has a pretty good... I mean, you guys cast a lot of spells. And while you draw from a different place, whereas you draw from within, the professor draws from arcane knowledge. He's smart enough to realize, like, kind of like when you're getting tapped on magical abilities.
Look, I've got enough left in me. Okay,
It won't help anyone if you die either.
I'm not gonna die. I
Okay,
just want to see.
we can't all.
I'm not gonna go any. Like I literally just stick my head out there and see if her
You
place
can't
would be.
see it from here.
I'm telling you.
Asden's sort
I
of
would walk
laying
out.
there. And he
No
sort
one's
of
And
leaving.
go look.
sits there. I can go with...
No.
Well,
Kazan, you're way
You're-
too hurt.
we can be very sneaky.
You're way too hurt.
I won't be.
You're fine.
Why are
You're
you
fine.
doing that thing with your tongue?
It sucks. It hurts a lot. But... He's taking a short rest at this point. He has some good points. So go ahead and roll his short rest.
How many is it using?
All of them.
That he has
Because
to.
he's got like 9 hit points, right?
I healed him
27,
earlier.
27?
Yeah. So he's got 13. So that's
So however healed he is how healed he is.
I'm also gonna do some hit die
Yeah,
since
go
we're doing
for
a
it.
short rest.
If you want to do a
Holy
short
fuck.
rest, absolutely go for it.
Definitely.
You can do arcane recovery on a short rest. So
I have no sorcery points to get spells.
You do
but-
arcane recovery on a short rest, right?
That's
Yeah.
3rd level bard, right? Is that the thing?
No, that's
no
wizard.
arcane
Wizard.
recovery. You get slots back. You're right. Yep.
So just consider that.
There's some d10s left I can use.
Uh,
I'm rolling stupid. I haven't rolled under a 7.
I just rolled a 9, so.
and you know that the house is not super far. It is 2.5 blocks away. So it's not like the excursion would take a long time just to even go and check, right?
Kazin's up to 85 now.
Okay. So he's up to 85. He's still in pain and he's sore. Because it's only been like natural healing and kind of like as you level up, like while he's not inherently magical, he is an elf, right? So there's a part of that, you know,
Yeah.
being a hardened veteran of many fights is.
I forgot I have a lot of these.
Okay, I'm back up to full. I still have 5 hit dice.
I'm just bloody. There we go.
Okay, maybe like a few of us go and just see and just look. Like we don't have to engage with anything. We can be invisible. We can be sneaky. We literally can just.
If you guys are going, I'm going. I'm not gonna.
I'm going.
Did you say you were gonna encase him in stone, Agnir?
Yeah.
Okay, how long does that last for? And do you have to concentrate on it?
If I use the Wall of Stone spell, and there's any remaining after the 10 minutes of concentration, it just stays there permanently.
Okay, yeah, he's officially in stone. You can walk upstairs if you want. There's
Oh.
no possible way you can get
Death
out.
ward.
Cool.
Okay.
Ow.
I will head upstairs
Can you
then.
hit
I
yourself?
stabbed myself in
Oh,
the face.
no!
What's that? What did you say, Randy?
I just said I was going to walk upstairs then, once he's encased.
Yeah.
I'm going now.
Should I toss out a mass healing word? How hurt are
I'm
you?
full.
What are we
I'm at
doing?
half.
You don't happen to be good at healing, do you?
I can stave off death, but...
Magical healing.
Did you
dreams.
talk to the kobold while you were down there?
No, not really.
Okay. What's your passive perception? And what
20.
languages? And what languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Giant, and Druidic.
Did you gag him?
In a way. And what was your passive perception?
20.
Okay. Go ahead. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay. Alright, well. You wouldn't happen to have anything that could, like, get him a little, less injured, would you?
Who?
I point to the professor.
I mean, I can do some more healing on myself, too. Hold on.
I have some healing spells still.
I do.
I have all my first levels. I could just give you some cure wounds. Like,
I'll do cure wounds on myself.
like 2 cure wounds would probably fucking give you max for me.
Plus spellcasting ability modifier.
You do have Death Ward now, though, so if you fall...
Yeah.
If you want to run out and do this before we go to bed,
yeah, no, 100%.
then we're right behind you.
Alright, I'm pretty much healed. I'm good.
What do you got?
51 out of 60.
Just 2.5 blocks away.
I'll do a level 1 cure wounds on you.
Just so you guys are aware.
I'm already
me
death
off.
warded, it's fine.
Top you off. 10 more.
Okay, thanks.
Is it what time is it?
Oh, it's nighttime. Probably at this point after the interrogations and all the other stuff and kind of like the initial healing. You got here. Yeah, so probably like 10, 11.
Kasdan, you need to stay here, though.
Why? He's full.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
never
can
mind.
also protect people, because... And he kind of points over to Pimpsh and Scala and Seiko and Ziwi. Like it'd be Pimpsh against the world.
I mean, will anybody
Do we
discover
I
it?
can come with, I'm just letting you know.
do we all need to go?
Not necessarily, I just... there's literally a battle going on outside.
Yeah.
When you say she's down the road, how down the road?
2.5 blocks.
That's not that far.
It's not that far at all.
It's about 300 feet.
In a
I have this
city,
as a map,
no.
right?
On a battlefield,
So it's
This
we're
isn't
here.
necessarily to scale,
But it might.
but,
Yeah.
but
But
this
it might not
neighborhood
be as
is...
active as
Yeah.
they've passed through.
okay.
And it's almost midnight.
We could try to avoid patrols. We can stay low and quiet.
If Kazan and I went invisible, no one would know we're there.
Also, I'll go invisible as well.
Monsieur Ivellios,
You would have. What?
I have a proposal for you.
Okay.
You are the would-be king that they speak of, correct?
Yes.
I can help you on your mission here, and I can also make that one whole again. I point to Seiko. In return for a favor to be called in at a later time.
When you say made whole again, Seiko, obviously without wings at this point, sort of
What?
looks over.
Yes.
What is the favor?
That was easy.
Just any favor?
Wait. I shall be called in at a later time.
It's partially our fault that his wings are missing. We have to.
It's fine.
Well,
We
yeah,
have
but-
to.
Yes.
I told him to come to the nest, and we didn't warn him about anything, because we didn't know at the time.
How are you able to get wings back? That's really okay. I've heard of that kind of restorative magic, but never seen it.
So you agree?
Yeah.
Very good.
So, your people, you save agreements like this as pacts in a arcane source of your choosing.
Do you feel dirty?
Yeah.
Because you did it with Randy.
Cut your hands and just cut your palms
so
and shake.
whatever memento you would like to infuse this agreement with, you each have to take 1 point of piercing damage, and then you have to take some spores and drop that blood into the spores, and then keep that somehow.
Okay.
On an item on our person?
Just between those two. That's how it's basically a contract with his people. And it can be anything you choose.
So he gives me one, or I give
He's
him
going
one?
he's going
Okay.
to offer it.
I assume I could just druid craft like a seed pod that
Yeah.
we could hollow out.
Yep.
I'll do that.
So you see it's a little bit of, and not in the way that you guys usually cast spells. You see more of a drawn out and sort of a small seed blown in, and it grows and withers and dies, and this little seed pod cracks it open, scoops out the insides, tosses them on the ground. And then any cutting implement will do, as you sort of take a bit of pollen and spores off of your armor and drop it in there, almost like Tinder when you start a brand new not the app.
When you swipe.
When you start, when you start a brand
Gay?
when you start a brand
That's Grinder.
when you start a brand new
Wow,
like a
you go.
fire, like that filament or like
Okay.
shavings, it's almost filled in like that. It's like a little puffy, and you see one drop of blood,
Do I do my own blood?
and he's
And I-
holding it.
Do the same thing.
You see sort of sits down in and then covers his hand for a moment. You just see a little bit of smoke. And then you hold the pod with all of that. You place the other half of that on there, and then you put it away in some pack. The deal is done. You don't know how you're bound, but you are bound to that promise.
That's fine.
Right, that's a little weird.
Very good. Would you like me to take care of him now or later?
If you could do it now, that would be amazing.
How long will it take you?
But I don't want it to be now, because it's going to tap you out completely, because we might need you.
It would take me about a minute, and then him an hour or two.
Oh. Well then... Yeah, I don't see why not.
Let's do it now.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take a minute to cast that spell. Do you use components, or is it a spell focus?
I have a focus, but for this I'm going to scrape off some of the lichen from my armor and druid craft various colored mushrooms in my hand and just smash them all into a salve that I spread over his wing stumps.
The spell's fucking rad. You can get your toe back. Oh wait, no, you have hooves.
Wow, way to rub in the fact that I don't have toes anymore. You dick.
I forgot you don't have toes. I keep forgetting you have hooves. I even drew you.
I swear if I die again, the first thing I'm gonna do is take my new toes and just do this.
Will you still be missing one?
No. It's a different foot.
I should have asked Professor One to show me his missing toe thing.
What? You see? What?
This is funny.
What? I know for a fact when I was him, no one wanted to look at my toe. I know for a fact because I asked you specifically on multiple occasions. No one wants to see the stump toe when I'm alive. When I'm dead, oh, let's see the stump toe.
It's a novelty at this point. Hey, nostalgia memories, you know. That time you offered your toe to a hag.
I was trying to trick her.
It wasn't much of a trick.
Hey,
Her name was Sally Toe Stealer.
I said I would give her a toe. I had a severed toe on me. I was planning on giving her that as a trick. She took my...
She just straight up went and
Yeah,
yoinked
you know.
your toe off.
You gotta respect the hustle a little bit. I'm just saying. I shouldn't have tried to out-toe swindle a person with toe stealer in their name, in fairness. I feel like that takes a while to catch on. You don't just one day be like, hey guys, can you call me Sally Toe Stealer? That'd be great. I'm planning on stealing some toes. You gotta steal
You're
the toes
professional.
first.
It's like a
What
Care
the
Bear.
fuck is he?
Don't question it. Just let it go.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Eventually, you'll get used to it, and then it won't even affect you anymore.
You'll stop asking questions
Yeah.
after a certain point.
Usually after the first day, you stop asking questions. Trust me.
Am I staying behind?
Yes. Do you want to stay behind?
Absolutely. So you're going back out there, all of you?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Professor?
It'll be quick.
Don't. What happens in my head is between me and you, okay?
Go give him a hug.
Let's fucking go out in the battlefield and I hope I die. I want to go into the fucking head palace with other me.
I'm gonna insight check him when he says that.
Okay.
Is he still banged up?
Is who banged up?
That's a 20.
Professor.
That's a 20.
Yeah.
No, he's full.
Let me competing decept.
I
22.
Fuck!
What are you trying? What are you
I
going
tried
to
to
do,
insight
bud?
check.
Against all odds.
Because he said, I
Oh,
want to go
fuck, this
outside
chair's
and
about
just
to break.
die.
Is it?
I know
Oh, those cheap chairs are finally about to snap?
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they bent before.
We have that one over there.
Oh shit, that's fucked.
Ugh.
Dude, we broke, we were playing with Richie, the first one broke, like, immediately.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
I used to
I'm a
lean
big
back
boy.
in mine all the time, and it
Uh-oh.
started to bend.
Mine's great.
No, I leaned back in that one because I thought I had fixed it after Richie did it. And I was like, whoop, nope, done.
Can I just point out to the camera that in their basement they literally just have a
Wow!
bucket
Why are you being
with the
called out?
brick.
Okay, so the bucket.
The previous
the
owners?
bucket was the tower that you fought.
This is like the bucket
That's
Marty
where we-
uses to burn the almanac in Back to the Future Part 2.
Wow.
Where did you get this
What
bucket?
a what fucking
That joke is
specific
hilarious
reference.
to like one person. They're like, that does look just like
Hey,
a bucket.
subscribe to the stream so we can get better chairs, please.
Yeah, chairs.
Yeah, we all
are
want
on our
DX
list.
Racer chairs.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
Sponsor
Be
us.
very gentle to the
Please.
chair.
Oh god.
Derek left that here.
I would also like one for my
It's
house.
an
too, so-
antique.
Don't. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say,
Someone
don't
remind-
hook it on the
He
lights and ruin
crafted
it.
that chair specifically for
Oh.
you.
Someone remind me to buy a chair or something before next week. Otherwise, I will forget, and I can tell this is going to be super uncomfortable.
Wait, it wasn't already super uncomfortable?
I mean, that's at least got like a
little bit of
cushion?
padding?
yeah. This is some sort of awful '70s material
It's got like
over wood.
yeah.
It's fine.
Better living through chemistry. No fucking tacky chair, people. Anyway,
Chair rant aside.
Professor time. Very strong opinions on chairs.
Fuck.
Well, you did have a literal chair debate once. This
Yeah.
is before Randy's time.
We had a roll off about
Chairs.
chairs and the merits of killing somebody, and you called him a chair connoisseur.
I'm pretty sure there is a
There's a video.
of
There's
that.
a video of that on Twitter. I'll find it and retweet it tonight for you guys.
I remember because at the end I go.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
did. Yeah.
So you guys want to head out of the arcane lock? Egnir's gonna have to release that. Pimps doesn't know how to do it. Do you want to show somebody how to do that before you leave, or you want to leave that off so you can get in quick? Because either so what's gonna happen is it won't be arcane locked, and there won't be a very mild version of what.
I think you should
perception
teach them
filter.
how to do it.
But also, it will take them, because they're, like, if you have to get in quick, it will take them time to open the door.
How
Okay.
long is time? Like
It depends
10
on-
seconds,
We could
20
probably-
seconds,
roll
a
for it,
minute?
so I don't
okay.
know.
We could probably hold off on. I'd say lock it. So they're
I'd say
safe.
lock it just in case.
Okay.
And let's hope we're not being chased when we get back.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll teach Pimch or Kazdan, one of the two.
Well, Kazdan seems like the smarter one.
He's got an intelligence of 20. I think that's...
Yeah.
What a smart boy.
Or 18,
You two
sorry.
are perfect for each other.
Wow.
What?
What a
They're
smart-
both intelligent.
They both
twinks.
have high charisma.
High charisma, intelligent twinks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kazdan's not a
He's got
twink.
10
He's a
strength.
twink.
He's a twink.
He's an elf.
He's a twink.
They all look like
Elves
that.
are all twinks.
Okay, fine.
I mean,
That's
it's
very
okay.
reductive
Randy's
of the
playing
elf
another
experience.
Twink, so I guess it's fine. Randy only plays twinks.
Yeah, that's,
That's
true.
true.
Now you have two elves.
Yeah, 2 twink elves.
Oh god, I have a strength of 8, don't I?
Yeah, you are a twink.
Yeah, welcome to the club,
What's
bud.
Kazdan's strength?
10.
You guys only ever
I'm smarter,
play.
but he's stronger.
You guys only ever
Perfect.
play like really weak characters, and I always pick someone with like ridiculous amount of strength. Why?
I have noticed I only played 2 weak characters. Yeah. I have Jin in this one.
All my characters have at least like a 13
But
strength
also
or
have
higher,
Reginald, though, so...
All mine have abs.
and just amazing amounts of charisma.
That was on accident.
It's funny that they
It's on
all
accident
they
every
also
single
end
time.
up just as sarcastic as you.
Weird. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a roll, because you cast it with wisdom. So go ahead and roll a
I'm super tired.
an Arcana check to try to explain it to Kazdan, and then Kazdan, go ahead and roll an intelligence check. That's you, Al. You gotta roll an intelligence check.
Cocked. Oh, 3.
Just straight intelligence? 17.
17. Okay, so you've told him how to do it, and he seems to, like, he nods along and he seems like he understands what you're saying. So
The accent's a little thick.
you do try Elvish and Common. Anything else you want to do before you head out?
I cast invisibility on myself.
Just you?
I can only do greater invisibility, which only lasts a minute.
I will cast.
Do you have any
Pass Without
sorcery
Trace.
points?
We have Pass Without Trace again! Ah! Thank God!
That means I
Fuck, I
it means
missed
I
it.
automatically have a plus 20 to stealth.
Your girl doesn't have +0.
Okay, so Pass Without a Trace goes into effect as Egnir casts, and you notice at the bottom of your feet, you feel like a little cushion.
Are they covered in moss?
There's a little bit of layer of moss on the bottom that makes your footsteps both quiet and not mark the floors or street.
What's wrong with that?
This fucking feels weird.
That's kind of cool. It's like patting on my
Yeah, for
shoes.
you guys it's cool.
You also
I
notice,
stopped clip clopping.
You
You're
also
like
notice
moss
that
horseshoes.
when you guys talk to each other, it kind of sounds like you're talking in an area where there's like lots of snow, so it's like that muffled sort of. So you're not giving off a lot of sound in general either. So,
Let's go. No.
and then you can see because of your past perception. There's like just some pollen sort of following you around. Okay.
You guys ready?
Door gets
Invisible.
unlocked.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All
I'm
right.
gonna do a perception check before we go outside. Look around.
Are you gonna be invisible?
Get my bearings. You want me to cast my own invisibility?
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Alright then.
Hopefully I don't roll like
So
shit.
yeah, I'm gonna stealthily peek out and see if I can see anything. So whatever you want me to
Okay,
roll.
go ahead and roll a.
Can I roll stealth too?
Yeah, everybody rolls
Okay.
stealth.
Yeah, that's a 39.
Natural 20 plus 10.
33.
30.
Yeah, 39.
39, 30, 33.
29.
Oh, you broke the 30 streak,
But
but that's still real good.
that's like the highest stealth roll we've ever had.
39 is ridiculous.
Okay.
My max is 40.
All right, yeah. So, you're pretty sure you're good to go.
I feel like we would lose Ivellios several times.
What the fuck is this bird
He
going?
literally leaves the game entirely.
He Batmans. You look the other direction. He's gone.
Where are the other jerks going?
God damn it.
So,
What's the name of your girl?
you, Did you ask him what the name of his girl is?
So he could scream like Batman. Where's whatever.
Have you ever told them her name?
No, he never did.
Nope. Okay. So, go ahead and roll your perception check.
Advantage, right? Because of goggles. Wow, I rolled a 17 and an 18. So, 28.
Ah,
We're
the
playing
recorder
Mission
goes off in the
Impossible.
professor's pocket for no reason.
It was a bit like Mission Impossible too.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. It's our theme song for the sneaking.
What?
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 Cool. 29?
28.
28. As you look out, you see distant explosions from the field that you walked across, probably in that town that you first started in the small mining village.
Okay, so they're far away.
Okay,
No, because you also see behind you much closer explosions, specifically in the military center and up near the northern edge. As you look over, you also see a lot of activity up on the tower where the temple is, and you also see a smaller dome around. You see the very top of the dome, because you can't really see it from your vantage point. You see the very top of a much smaller version of arcane glass above where your home is. So it seems like that is being held harder than anywhere else. The temple is probably number 2. Everywhere else, there's small skirmishes. But it's certainly not as much. You can see it's starting to be localized in these areas, as you can kind of see troop movement. You can definitely see to your right there are Aarakocran soldiers, so down the block you have to go, Aarakocran soldiers with moving through the streets and kind of hold up, not looking at you, looking in the opposite direction. and you can kind of see a pair of young red dragons
Near us.
in full battle armor.
Like near us?
Well, they're down a ways. They're
Okay.
they're past where you need to go.
Okay.
But they're definitely within eye shot of where you are trying to get to.
well, let's
You
just
can't
go.
quite see because it goes around a corner there, as you can see. They're kind of at the to the right of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if we look at these as kind of
Where's this
blocks, you're looking to the right, and then there's that intersection.
Yep.
Okay. So if you were to follow that intersection to the left and then take the first right, that's kind of where you're seeing the very tops of these. And on your side of that, you can see that there's Aarakocra soldiers, some of them with rifles, some of them preparing spells, some of them in mage armor, preparing to do something. You can see these dragons peek their heads out of the top and look around.
We should.
And then you
go-
see,
Come around this way.
Yeah, I was
as
gonna
one
say,
of them,
come
you just see
around
the
and skirt
orange
around
glow.
these houses like this.
You see the orange glow come up from behind the houses, and you can see fires starting as they're starting to light residences
Okay.
on fire.
Yeah, we should sneak
Alright,
around
I
the
have my route.
southern.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
Well, the first leg of it. So anytime you get to an intersection or you're going to have to turn,
We're not using the roads here.
Yeah. So, right where the safe house is,
okay,
we're going to go to that first intersection, so directly northwest.
Yep.
And then we're going to cut right where that house is.
Yep.
So not into the intersection, but around that like L-shaped house.
Okay, yeah.
Around
then
the
we're going
southern.
to go through that road.
Okay, so you're gonna cross the street there.
Yes.
Okay, so
then-
let's do this.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I see.
You see where we're going?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just go slightly
so
That
So,
T-shaped
you've already
house
rolled.
we're
You've already
crossing.
rolled your stealth
So
to get there. So this is gonna be the first leg. That's your 20. That's your 30s and stuff.
Yeah, and then we gotta cross the road and then sneak in between those two big houses.
Okay, so we're gonna do the first part first, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like drawing my route as we go.
Well, it might change, so you
Yeah.
don't. Okay, so. All right. So you dart out to the right and you follow Ivellios. You do lose him a couple times, but it's not. He makes sure to stay visible and pokes in and out. This spell is very effective. You can see that as he pulls away from you a little bit, the pollen sort of clouds your vision and almost looks mirage-like. So this Pass Without a Trace is doing very well. You go to the right and you pass one house. You pass another house, and then he takes a hard left in between a pair of smaller houses. The one that's on the road, the one that's like on the corner of this intersection. As you come up to it, there's a house here and a house here, and this one faces an intersection. You can see the whole front part of that is crumbled. You can see smoke rising from it across the way. In that first intersection, down near that, if you follow that down, there's a long road with a circular building with like a star inside of it. Yeah. Right there, you see a squadron of Dragonborn walking down toward your direction, and they're dragging the bodies of several Aarakocra soldiers. There's one in front. As he walks down, and then from that circular area, you hear as it's a tower, not super tall. It's more of like a. It seems like like a store or something that just happens to have like a second level to it and windows, and it seems like there's Aarakocra soldiers up in the windows. Turns. Points. Definitely, you immediately see fireball for sure, a high level one. blows up on the inside of that, and no more fire comes from there. It sort of smolders, and the roof sort of crumbles a little bit, and bits start falling down. You do manage to get around that alley, past this L-shaped house, and to the corner here. In front of you, there is a left and a right. Ivellios wants to take a right, or go straight through across this road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I need everyone to roll another stealth check.
25.
Nice.
24.
19.
28.
Okay. As you run through, you hear the familiar sound of another bombardment coming in through the holes in the arcane glass. You hear the... And you look up and roll me a d6. 3. Okay, you see a green ball that looks like flame, but also moves like a plasma. And as you're running across, I need everyone to make me a dex save. If you pass by more than 5, you won't get hit at all.
25.
What is...
Okay, so you don't get hit at all.
19.
Okay.
19.
I have that fortify armor thing. It's a 15-foot radius. 1d6 to creatures of choice to save on a magical effect. Would that count?
So add to AC?
No.
It adds to the save. It's a d6 onto the save.
It's a save.
Oh. Okay, then, yeah. Well, what was an action?
I don't... Hold on, let me pull up the... Let me get the card itself. Fortifying aura. Any creature of your choice within 15 feet gains 1d6 towards any save, so I can pick one person just... Always? Because it's an aura?
Oh, it's just an aura? So
Yeah.
it's always active?
Within 15 feet. That's what you wrote on here. It doesn't
Oh,
say...
it's the armor. I thought, okay, no. That is an action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can, or a bonus action, I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll do that, and I'll give,
Okay, 'cause you're
any creature of my choice.
Yep.
You guys are all dexterous little fucks, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm plus 10 to my save. I already got a 25.
I got a 19.
Edgar got a 19.
Okay, I don't need to use it then, because it doesn't matter. I can't use my strength for this either, unless I...
No, it's a dex save specifically. Fail? 1. Okay. So,
Oh.
seems just several bombardments. You see different colored fireballs. There's a red, a blue,
What's your health at?
a black,
It's a full, but still...
and this green one seems to be just coming for you just randomly. Anyone who rolled a 20 or more, so only Ivellios, takes no damage. The two of you take half, she takes full. This is going to be...
Time to die.
Time to...
38 acid damage. Have to 19.
Oh boy.
Right?
Yeah.
For you guys.
19 acid.
That's fine.
There goes a third of my health.
It's almost like
and
I'm on a
I
mission.
saved.
That's fine.
Ivellios looks back, sees that you're all alive but hurt, and directs you to the next point as he tries to like help you guys up. You kind of tried to stay back along with Edgar. She was out in the middle of the intersection when that happens. He was already past. It doesn't seem like that was directed to you.
Yeah.
And you don't hear screams from the surrounding buildings, so it seems that although this is residential, this has been going on for a little bit, and it seems like people have at least gotten cover somewhere. Most people. So you're gonna go across that alley. Are you staying behind the houses?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that, and you're gonna get to the edge here.
Right before her house?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna get to the corner of that house.
The second house?
third, technically.
Yeah, well, after the one that's on the intersection.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And you're at the corner, and you definitely hear from up above on another level in the market district. You can see as you are back to the wall here, about 100 feet to your right, you see a tall sheer cliff, and then many banners and stuff. There's specifically on the end there is a sign. You don't know for what anymore because it's been destroyed, but it seems like a business front. And you see a lot of commotion going on. You can't really see specifics because it's of your eye line. But if you want to look around, you just have to make another stealth check to look at the house.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so go ahead and make your stealth checks.
It's just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
Unless they want to go... Oh, because you're just looking around.
Yeah, I'm just looking around.
Okay, go ahead.
35.
Okay, so,
It's my stealth check.
yeah, you look around, sort of peek, and you see that part of the house is caved in.
Okay.
The front door seems like it's able to be gotten into, or you could go over the top into the hole. It doesn't seem to be on fire or anything. Okay. It seems like there was whatever hit it or stepped on it maybe didn't cause any further issues.
Does it look like I can fit in the hole?
Oh yeah, no.
The second I see the hole, I go for it.
Okay, do you want to just
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone here, roll me a perception check.
Do I have to roll stealth again or no?
Whoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
27.
Okay, so Edgear's the only one, as you guys kind of put your backs up against the wall.
Edgear.
And you sort... Yeah. What?
Is it...
Is it
Edgear?
You said Edgear.
Oh, did I
You
say
said Edgear.
Egnir. You're sort of wiping kind of this hot acid off. And, Egnir, you see Ivellios just dart around the corner.
We should probably go after him.
You look, and Ivellios is already gone around the corner.
We should
So,
go.
You're going to go first. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. What was your stealth?
My stealth was 35.
The second one?
Oh, I didn't roll the second one.
Yep.
27.
Okay.
Perception?
Yep. If you guys are being stealthy, roll stealth.
Wow, I got double 11, so 21.
21,
Ooh,
okay.
Oof.
15.
25.
15 with your plus 10.
23.
Yeah, it was a 2.
23, 15. Okay, so actually, woo! Just missed it.
Oh god.
So no one from far away seems to have seen it because there's not commotion nearby. Okay. You see Ivellios take flight as you walk around the corner. You see him take flight and dip into this caved-in portion of this kind of V-shaped house. Kind of starts here, goes back like this. This side of it is caved in, and you get inside. So you're technically going to have like a round or two, depending on how fast they go, because they're going to be running up. Did you guys want to try to climb over the rubble and into the hole, or go through the front door?
How high? How describe?
Oh, it's like 10 feet.
I can fly. I can carry you up there.
It's up to you.
I'm invisible.
Sure.
You'll just be floating.
Don't forget about...
How much do you weigh?
That doesn't seem to weigh a ton.
110.
Oh, I could carry both of you probably.
Yeah. You have to roll a strength check.
Yeah, I'll try.
And you gotta be stealthy while doing it.
Right. And
Okay, I'll do. I can do one.
You have disadvantage
I'll do
on
one at a time.
Okay, so this is going to take like 3 rounds.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to have 3 rounds.
Okay.
Basically alone in this place. So go ahead and roll your strength check to see if you can... Well, you don't have to roll a strength check to get...
Just
You
one.
have to roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Which I already have advantage, so it cancels out.
Sure. Because you're invisible, yeah. It's fine.
Let's use a stone one.
That's really
Oh, that was really scary. 25.
Okay. So you grab the professor, and you wait for it, and you up and over. When you get in there, You see, go and roll an investigation. Are you going to investigate this first room at all?
Can I just use perception to see if it looks like there was like?
Well, you don't have to roll perception
Okay.
to like get a quick
I'm
scan.
gonna
of it.
investigate.
So
yes.
a quick scan. You see in this room, which looks like possibly like the kitchen, maybe. There's a table, but like all the other stuff that was up against the wall seems to have been pushed over.
Okay.
And it's sort of crumbled. But there's some like food and stuff. Maybe it was a store as well. You don't really know.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you've been here, and you're not really oriented. You've never not walked through the front door. And frankly, you weren't necessarily allowed a lot. So, looking around, you just see a lot of damage. You don't see any immediate signs of like blood, or there's certainly no corpses right here. But there is like an archway that's slowly, like the top of it's a little crumbled. It's kind of like just like a walk-through.
Okay. If I don't see any corpses or blood, I'm moving on.
Okay, so you move into the next room. Okay, the next room is basically the foyer. The front door is to your left. And at that point, you hear a... Go ahead and roll. Are you just dropping him?
No, I'm gonna just set him down gently.
Okay, it's going to be pretty hard to set him down, so roll me a acrobatics.
Oh lord, have fun.
Just because of the way
Oh fuck.
it's sort of like caved in, and
Oh,
Ivellios
that's not
sort of...
bad. 18.
Okay, yeah, no. You hear a... Clop, clop. And then...
A soft padded clop clop.
Okay.
And then at the beginning of this round, you'll be able to do whatever you want. So you get into this area, and you see across from you, it's kind of like a foyer mixed with like just like a front room where there's some seating and stuff. It seems like whatever crushed this blew some stuff over with pretty great force, but these are pretty sturdy houses. So there's like some debris that plumed out from that archway. And you see across from you two doors, one here, separated by just some wall space. And then on the right side down the way, you go and roll me a perception check with not advantage.
Okay.
It's not sight.
18.
18. You do hear like what sounds like outside noises from the door to your right. Kind of goes back a ways, and then there's a door, and then behind that door you can kind of hear like the rushing of wind, and not like mystical or anything,
Yeah.
just like maybe the back part of the house isn't there.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be any like corpses in this area. There doesn't seem to be any blood.
Is there like things that she could technically hide in this room?
Oh, okay. So yeah, there are. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
10.
10. You see on the wall, on this side of the wall, as you look to the right, there's some seating, and there is a cabinet. Doesn't look super big, but it seems like it holds something.
Everything that looks like she could potentially fit in, I'm gonna open.
Okay, this will take your most of your movement since you moved from this.
Deal.
So go ahead. Okay, so it is locked.
Mm-hmm.
You can open it if you like.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and how do you want to open it? Just like.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm like-
you're gonna get to do this with advantage since you're freaking the fuck out.
Mhm.
So go ahead and do a strength check.
16.
16. That's gonna be enough. You go, and you pop it open, and it looks like coats and shoes, but like you guys don't really wear over the toe shoes. They're more like sandals
Yeah.
and stuff. And you see some like jewelry, valuable type stuff that you'd like pull off and like set down like when you come back into the house and stuff. So it just seems like this is locked
I'm gonna
because there's some valuables, but
pick-
there doesn't seem to be any disturbance inside.
I'm gonna pick the valuables up
Okay, so you pick the valuables
just in
up.
case.
Yep. So you basically have like a bracelet, and you have a necklace, and they're all like that blue crystal, but they're not arcane in any sense.
Do I recognize that at all, or no? Or does it just look like jewelry?
It just looks like probably new in the last couple years. Doesn't look like specifically like special.
Or like something I got as a present or something. Okay.
No. You are now in this broken maybe kitchen.
I'm gonna start looking for him.
Okay, go ahead
See
and roll
where
me
he
a
You
perception
could
check.
probably hear me rip open the
Yeah.
cabinet.
Sure.
There are noises though, so.
Ferrying
17.
over our spore boy.
17. Yeah, you hear a and you walk out and you see him like looting a cabinet.
Okay.
Okay, so you're back, and it's gonna take your movement to fly back to him. That's your round, and then next round you can pick him up and fly there. So go ahead and roll me your acrobatics to get him in there because he's not super heavy,
15?
and your
Yeah,
stealth
15.
with disadvantage or just regular roll.
So regular.
15, you said?
Yeah, ooh, 13.
13. Okay. So invisibly you fly and grab. You place him down, and you seem to do an okay job. And you are both in this broken down looking kitchen area. And then you. What do you want to do?
Me? Door on the left. You said
Okay.
there's door, left door, right door.
Yep.
I know. I know what the rooms are,
Go
right?
and roll a history check.
12.
12. In your scrambled memory, like, one of them's probably, like, this was her parents' house,
Yeah.
right? So you don't really know.
Cool. Door on the left.
Okay, door on the left. So you pop that. It's not locked, it doesn't seem. You pop that open, and inside there seems to be a large circular bed, and a like an armoire, and there seems to be a small, for lack of a better term, altar, or like an end table, but
Yeah.
it's at the foot of the bed, and on it are two candles that start like this and then slowly intertwined, and it looks like they were both lit at some point recently and went out. As you walk over, the wax isn't liquid.
It's kind of like that crayon feel almost.
Yeah, it feels.
But like if you roll it, it'll break in your hand.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not cold.
Yeah.
It's not warm either. It's like in the middle.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's been within the last hour or so that was lit. Probably whatever crushed and blew through, because the door opened out towards the thing. It maybe. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And go and roll a history check again.
15.
15. This kind of candle, you haven't seen a bunch of them, but some people like have them to like commemorate loved ones, typically if they were couples that died, and sort of like represents like you start separate and you end together.
Yeah.
And then the candle burns
Nothing
away.
in this room that I can open and look through.
Just the armoire, if you'd like, and then.
But does it look like someone could fit in it if they're hiding?
Maybe.
But also, if they're hiding, the candle probably wouldn't be on top. Because you wouldn't be able.
Well, the candle's on top of a separate.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna open it.
Okay, go ahead. It's just open.
Okay.
So you look inside, and it's clothes. Go and roll a investigation check.
18.
Okay, as you see him walk into this without really paying attention to you, opens the door, looks around, goes to the armoire. It's like he's looting. Seriously, it just looks like he's not really saying anything to you. These clothes haven't been touched in a while. They have like that I've been sitting here stiffness to them, and these are just like normal robes and stuff.
Yeah.
Go and roll more history check. 10. There's some colors here that you kind of recognize, but you were really young, and it's been a while, so...
Okay. Moving on.
Okay. You just walk right past the professor?
Yep. Next door.
Okay. You guys are in there, and then you see as you kind of get bearing, there's, through this semi-broken archway, you look through, and the professor's like, trying to say something, and Ivellios right past him and takes a hard left.
I want to start looking for any kind of basement or cellar.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Do you want to do anything?
I'm just gonna kind of
Fuck.
follow
And
him
Agnew,
around.
do you want to do anything?
Do I get a sense that there's been any violence or death here?
Go ahead and roll me a what are your proficiencies?
Nature, insight, medicine, perception, survival.
Nature.
21.
21. Death? Not in a long time. You get a strong sense of not decay, but definitely death from the room that Ivellios just came from. But it's old death. It's resolved death. I mean, there's obviously, like, trauma that the house has had. But doesn't seem to be decay. The smell doesn't seem to pique your interest. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
14.
14. You see him sort of take his staff, and he sort of uses his long legs and takes a really slow kneel, almost like a lunge. And he sort of gets down and he looks at the patterns of the dust on the floor. And as Ivellios is walking into the other door on the right side, Agnew, you're looking to the back door. So you open the right side door, and you see, immediately you understand what this is. This is definitely her room. You see a bed. You see a vanity, like a small one. You see... excuse me. You see a similar armoire to the other one, but smaller. You see a desk with, like, a quill. You see some ink. You see some paper. There's no writings or anything. It's just there, probably, in general. And on the vanity, there is just a mirror and a drawer. What do you want to do?
If I could go to that one door that I heard the wind coming from.
Okay, you're in the bedroom right now, though.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Leave and then go down the hallway.
Okay. So you go down the hallway.
And like lean up to the door and try and listen.
Yeah, you hear the sounds of the outdoors.
I'm gonna open the door slowly.
Okay, you slowly go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
22.
22. You open the door, and immediately you just see the back of this house is blown out. Behind that, you see the destruction of Iturium. You do see a couple dragons, and every once in a while you'll see. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
With sight?
Yeah, as you sort of, like, it was definitely extended back a little bit more, but it's all, like, rubble.
20.
20. You see two things. You see a tiny, circular wooden surface with, like, spokes around it, and it looks like maybe like a fabric on top of that, kind of smashed and on the ground, and it looks like it was probably up on legs, but those got broken. So it looks like very soft, like something you put something inside of that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you roll a 20. Okay, and then across where probably the rest of the room was, you see a small, like a frame that's face down, and it kind of looks like what you guys put photos or portraits on. And then next to that is a small black bag, like maybe this big.
I'm going for both of those.
The photo and the... Okay, so you grab the photo and you look at it, and it is a picture of your father and your brother and your mother. Like a... Well, I say photo, it's a portrait.
Yeah.
It's arcane in nature as well. It's very low level arcane. Where it adds like a little motion to the background, to where it kind of looks like there's the occasional snowflake that falls behind them, but you're not in it. And then there's the black bag. And the black bag, you lean down and grab it. It's just a little fabric bag with like two little drawstrings. Gotta catch it.
Yeah.
Missed.
I'm gonna open it up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And inside, there's a small necklace with a snow owl on the end of a locket, and inside the locket is a clock. And inside the face of that locket, it's an inscription that's it says Wasso.
Yep. Put it on.
Okay. Where it's not like magical or anything.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem to be.
Just put it on now, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So you see Ivellios walk into this open area with dragons flying in the distance, and he doesn't even seem to care as he sort of leans down and puts this over his head and sort of stares at it.
Do I recognize it?
Go and roll a history check.
10. Fuck.
10. You very vaguely remember you talked to your dad about this, and one of the last times you saw him before he sent you away to Gygax, when you didn't know you would never go back, or at least not for a long time, you had basically divulged the information to him. You had told him, this is what I want. And he said, I'll make sure she knows. And then that's it. That's like the memory that you have. Other than that, can't give you more.
Yeah. After that, Do I know for myself that I've checked every room in this house? Or is there
Yeah,
something
I mean,
like at the back of my mind, like you're missing something?
It doesn't seem to be, as you're looking around for a cellar,
Yeah, I rolled like a 3, so.
nothing. You don't know of anything like that. You don't really hear a lot.
Can I go back through what looked like her room
Sure.
and walk around? I just wanna, I don't know, like look through the vanity to see if maybe there's any kind of notes or.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Do you speak Aarakocran?
Nope. Investigation. That's a 15.
Okay. You go through and with a 15,
Mhm.
you sit down, kind of looking at the vanity and pull a drawer. It seems like normal stuff. I mean, Aarakocrans don't typically wear like makeup because they have feathers on their faces.
And sort of like hairbrushes.
It's more of just a way to like there are soft bristle brushes to kind of like make the feathers move back, and there's some filing materials, probably because of their talons and their beaks. You do find some in the back of the drawer, some chocolate-covered sunflower seeds. In the vanity, you just find like clothes.
Okay, I'll take
normal
the
stuff.
chocolate covers. Like, is it just like loose ones, or is it like
Well,
a thing?
they're in like a very similar bag to that, where it's like it's more burlap though, and it seems to have like like a logo on
I'll
it.
take those.
And it seems like it's been opened and shut several times. So Elenia walks over to you. Are you gonna stand outside still?
No, I'm gonna come back in.
Okay, so you come back in. You shut the door behind you. And Elenia walks up, sort of brings over this very familiar bag of a local candy shop's chocolates. Chocolate-covered sunflower seeds. And you immediately remember that's her favorite.
Can I go back to the desk
Sure.
and look through it?
Go ahead. Make an investigation check.
11.
11. No. You don't find anything else that she didn't.
There has to be something.
Oh, I know
There
she
can't be
was-
nothing.
There's no sign of blood.
Agnir, are you proficient in Arcana?
No.
Okay. You...
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Thought we weren't using the ring.
I can do. If you ask me to do that, I can just do that. I think.
Didn't think about it. I already did it.
Okay.
So, you feel just a little bit tighter.
Fucking.
And detect magic. And that gives you origin on magic?
School.
School?
Right?
You can
So,
see it. know
you
the spell.
definitely get evocation in the areas that the house is crushed. Probably fireballs and stuff like that. But there's also something in that room. Very faintly.
The open room?
The bedroom.
Okay.
I'm afraid this chair's gonna break too. It keeps making.
Don't break
noises.
it!
Fidgeting.
I can't.
You get very faint obviously every single person here has magic stuff, so you just ignore it. You get a very faint enchantment?
Professor, come here.
Okay, I go over there.
Okay, so, and the enchantment, does it give you exact location?
It'll outline the item and
Oh, it outlines
glow
the
it.
item. Okay,
Yeah.
so, the mirror on the vanity is glowing.
The mirror is glowing with, what was it again?
Enchantment.
Enchantment.
Oh God, I'm gonna,
Oh!
I'm gonna cast. I believe believe I have identify. Hold on.
Don't like it. Don't roll the big dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast identify on it.
On the mirror.
Yeah. It's enchanted, right? Or at least that's what he gets.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh no. 6.
6. Okay. You do that and you cast identify. Nope.
Nothing? Weird. Okay. Can I just scan it with my wand and, like, I mean...
New guy.
We
Yeah, how good are you with magic?
druidic magic or arcane?
Enchantment magic.
That would likely be arcane, wouldn't it?
Not especially.
Like... Can I scan it and identify, is it used for, like, maybe scrying? Or... enchantment? It would have to have some sort of... What the fuck would it be?
You don't know. You can try to scan it again if you'd like.
Does it make you look beautiful?
Arcana? Or...
What do I see when I look at it?
Mirror.
Just
See
myself.
yourself. Yep.
22?
22. You scan it, and he tells you that he's getting an enchantment on it, and you...
What the fuck? Nothing?
Can I move the vanity?
You can, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, just pull it out a bit. Nothing behind it. Normal wall.
Nope. You can make a more close investigation
Yeah.
check if you'd like. Go
Yep.
for it.
Yeah, that's a 10.
10? No. You look and you do see that, like, you could unscrew the side, because it kind of comes up on poles. You could unscrew, like, there's basically just wing nuts. Ha! Get it? They're basically wing nuts. And you could take the mirror itself off of it. You can also, you look down and there's, like, basically bolts. And you could pop those out when we take the legs out. You could basically take this whole thing if you really wanted to. You could also just break it. You could leave it. The
We
mirror,
should-
though...
Guys, we should probably leave soon.
I agree. We could take the mirror. I'd be concerned because we don't know what the fuck it is or what it does. And I'm a little concerned about taking it and putting it in the headquarters of...
What if it's like
The Safehouse.
scryable or
Yeah.
some sort of communication or...
That's my first thought. You can use mirrors
Like
and
a
stuff
portal.
to scry and to view remote view things. I don't want that in the safe house. But it's also annoying the shit out of me that we don't know what this is.
Put it in the bag.
Can we just cover it up?
Keep it covered like they did with the eye in, what the fuck, in Lord of the Rings.
Is it something that could fit in the bag at all? Or is it something we'd have to
I
carry?
mean, it's like
Okay.
Yeah.
like a double-sized football.
Let's slap
flat.
it in the bag.
Okay, put it in the bag.
Okay.
And we'll take it. But we gotta get out of here, because
We'll get
I'm
caught.
shocked no one has caught us already.
Yeah.
At the very least, we haven't seen blood. We haven't seen any bodies.
How long
So
does
she's-
Path
That's
Without a
good.
Trace last?
An hour.
Okay,
Hour.
Along with invisibility. So, we need to get back now, but at least, you know, it seems like
She got somewhere.
she got out of here.
Yeah.
There wasn't blood, so... If there
Yeah, you
was a
haven't found
struggle,
any-
it wasn't a fatal one.
Do I any signs of a struggle at all anywhere?
Besides the back of the house
Yeah.
and the side of the house being crushed. What was your nature check earlier, Edgear?
Headgear.
Edgear?
God. I think 21. It was
Headgear?
pretty good.
Egneer.
I believe you because you got a
It was like a 21, yeah.
Egg.
yeah.
Egg boy.
When you investigated that, you also noticed one other aspect. There's very large black lines on the wall where it crumbled on the side of the house in the kitchen area. and they seem to match up very close to the wounds that Scala had been afflicted with. Just
It's like a claw mark, kind of.
With that same necrotic thing that was happening to her? Is that what you're
similar, but it's
talking
not
about?
affecting the house. As he points this out,
Maybe they got to safety. We need to go before we're caught, though.
You can't find her if you're dead. We have to go.
What if she's at the palace? Like, what if they took her? She was nobility, wasn't she? Or...
Oh, yeah, we should go right now.
Let's go.
Yeah. Did he roll the giant dice again? I didn't
Yes.
hear it. Fuck.
Out the front door.
back door? Or out the front door?
The door that...
It's facing away from the dragon?
Yeah.
The front door.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so roll me stealth checks. The door is locked, you just unlock it from the inside.
27.
22.
28.
28.
Okay.
The other one was a nat 1.
You unlock the door. You sort of...
And slowly look out.
You look out to the left, which is... or straight. Do you want to go down the street, or where you came from? Which is across and then to the left.
Where it came from.
Where we came from.
Okay. So you go across and to the left, and you kind of run up against the back of these houses. You can easily get there very quickly. You turn left and look out. From behind you, up on the higher area, and then over on the tower. So if it's behind you here, off in this direction, you can see a lot of... there's a lot of commotion near the tower. You also know that the Library of Record is down below that. You just don't have an eye line on it. The Library of Record, of course, that you've brought up a couple times, specifically in regards to the legality of your situation. You can continue down with another stealth roll if you'd like. Same way we came?
Yeah. Same route. 33.
26.
30. Not
21.
Because you're still invisible, right? Nice. Okay. So, yeah, you continue down and you get to that intersection where you ran across and got acid bombed before. What do you want to do?
Keep
Look
going.
left and right.
Okay, so go ahead and make a perception check.
19.
Okay. 19, you look left, and you see similar commotion, because you're looking deeper into the city. You look right, and there's... far away, but still very much encroaching through the fields. And you hear very faint from that direction yelling in Aarakocra. That sounds just maybe familiar. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Fuck.
As you hear it, you can hear. Did you have a?
Yeah, I speak Aarakocra.
Go ahead and.
18.
What is this, perception?
Yep.
11.
Okay.
Wait, perception? History for me, right?
Or history. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
18.
Perception to hear it first.
Okay, yeah, only got 11.
Okay, so you don't hear. you hear the very distinct sound of a particular bird.
Ooh.
I think I know who it is.
And you see, as you wait just a second, you see down that road, coming around the corner, carrying what looks to be a large black dragon head. You see the strong, menacing form of your mentor, Valkyrio.
Oh, never mind.
Down, he doesn't see you. And he's carrying what looks to be a black dragonborn
Is he
head.
by himself?
Maybe?
Don't take the risk.
He's just carrying it right now, and he sort of looks like determined. And he's walking.
Guys, wait here.
Oh
No,
no! Don't do this! No! This will not end well.
Yes,
we have
it will.
An
30 in.
older looking bald eagle with a large bow
You have
on
time.
his back and a large
Stop.
and
This
a
is the guy that trained
and
me.
a long sword that looks like a longer version of what Ivellios has two of on his hips.
He's literally what everything I have is modeled after.
Alright, I'm gonna just...
And we're in the middle. We gotta get back to the safe house. You can talk to him
know.
later.
Is he coming towards us?
He's slowly walking down the street, and you can see on either side of him there are different skirmishes happening in the air.
Mm-hmm.
He just seems to be as he holds this
Like towards the city?
towards
Okay.
the city.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
No.
Not worth it. Not
This
worth
is
it.
the most worth it thing.
Not worth it.
No.
We need to get back to the safe house right now.
How far away is he from me?
You're gonna expose
About a
yourself.
football field.
How do you know you can trust him?
Too far. Too much risk.
Quintus
You can
fucking
talk to him
betrayed
later.
you when you thought
He-
you could trust him too.
He killed a black dragon.
Not a adult black dragon.
It doesn't. Okay, we're not
Yeah.
gonna deal with this. We can't deal with this right now. We can't.
We're not gonna have to fight him.
Oh my god!
How do you know?
It's not even about
Also,
him.
even if
There's
we don't have
fucking
to-
dragons. There's fucking other Aarakocrans.
Also, even if we don't have to fight him, how do you know he's not gonna betray you?
Now is not the time to add added
Quintus
risk and
did
reminisce
this-
with people.
Quintus did this to you. Look what happened. Don't trust this shit.
Well, unfortunately, the way the cookie crumbles, I have to.
No, you don't. You literally don't. Oh my god, you're a
What are you
fucking
doing?
idiot. You're gonna get yourself killed.
You know what I'm doing? I'm playing my character.
Casting Entangle.
Yeah!
I was gonna ask you.
Kind of saves it.
Egnir
Strength.
sees this commotion, and you immediately think, they both think this is illogical. This is possibly illogical. I
Thank
need
you.
this person for my deal. And he casts Entangle.
Thank you.
You don't know yet. What's the
Ivellios.
save?
Strength.
You don't get to say anything yet.
Fuck.
A strength save?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cousin.
Don't make me ensnaring strike your ass. I'll do it.
Strength save. This is a spell
Yeah.
effect, right?
Yeah,
I have
it's a
the ring
spell
of mind shielding still.
You do.
Mind shielding lets you do strength save?
No. Gives me advantage on if it's a single target spell effect.
Oh.
do I
Technically,
have?
it's not a single target, it's anything within a 20-foot radius.
But it's only targeting me.
Can you do multiple targets with it?
I could.
That's your call.
It's an if it's an AoE, then it's not a single target.
it's called? Entangle?
Entangle. Any creature within the area when you cast the spell must succeed.
Within the area. So it's an area
or
of
be
effect.
restrained.
So it's not a single target. It's an area.
Yeah, you don't get...
You don't get it.
Nope.
Right, it's not the Ring of Mind Shielding. What the fuck is it called?
Do you just have magic resistance? If you have magic resistance, it doesn't matter.
No, it's off of the cursed ring that you gave me.
Yep, that's your stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
You have it written down?
Should have a card.
I have that somewhere, but it's your stuff. When it's your stuff, it's yours.
I don't know if you actually gave me the card, because you sent me a picture on it on the WhatsApp, but I don't think you actually wrote a card for it. I just remember...
I don't think it gave you magic resistance.
It gave me something where it was...
Did you put it down in your spells and stuff?
Mm-mm. Not that part, because I had
What the
it.
fuck, Alex?
Yeah, I don't think you have advantage on this regardless.
Just want to see what it says.
Just trying to look for any advantage.
Yeah.
Right now.
I don't know if
Even if this
Just give
doesn't...
up.
I got something
It's
if this
strength.
doesn't work, so don't worry about it.
I'll grapple him.
Well, he's in front of the party.
Yeah, I felt it. It's fine.
Okay, so
Oh, thank God.
vines come up. Is there a damage effect to this, or?
No damage. He would just have to use an action to repeat the strength check.
Okay, so you have 6 seconds, so everybody can say, make one roll. What would you like to do?
Ivellios, you have been betrayed before by someone you thought you could trust in your family. Don't do this, because if you expose yourself, we don't know what could happen.
I'm gonna say, we don't have time to argue about this. He's already entangled. I'm also gonna shoot him with one of the web shots I have left from
You
the...
still have one of those!
Wow, that's like
Session, like...
session 3 or 4?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm down to one. Got one left.
Alright, so there's a web shot. You have... What's the... It's like a strength save at 12?
Oh
Or
God.
something? It's not high.
Dex.
I don't even
also
know where it's been so
grapple
fucking
you.
long
Yeah,
since
we
I
gotta
used
have
it.
it.
It's gotta be somewhere.
I'll fucking grapple you. You can't break my string.
So you do have time to
Maybe.
get up to near his space, but if you walk... I think if you walk into it, you have to...
Save.
I just
from
have to be
entangle.
I just have to be within 5 feet to be able to...
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to grapple him. You'd have to actually be in the...
You can be within 5 feet. You don't have to be within the same square.
To grapple
to
him?
do a grapple.
To physically grapple him inside of an entangle, I would say that you have to fight out the entangle.
Fuck it. It's a strength save, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying if you want to grapple him on
Cool.
your turn, you can, but you gotta fight off the strength save first. You have advantage on those, do you?
Hmm?
Do you have advantage on those?
Is it on... You're letting me do this now?
If you're trying to do this,
Yeah. That's a strength save is a 19.
It just succeeds.
Time to get grappled. It's just strength, so 16?
Since you're already entangled,
Oh, wait.
it's gonna be with disadvantage, but
What's my save?
Yeah, athletics, so 16.
16 athletic save against her. Just a competed grapple.
I mean, I'm not gonna win.
Probably not.
Yeah. There's no way.
So grappled. Well, she's grappled him, so
That's it.
your web shooter is apparently not gonna go off yet. So she walks up.
Yeah, I can't find the fucking
You
thing.
can't even find
so
the
I'm-
button on it. You're like,
I don't know where I...
You're bear hugged now.
yeah,
can't
it
go
was like a
anywhere.
level 2 item as well. So
Fine, I guess I don't do it because I can't find it.
Stop being a little shithead and listen to us.
you're sure you left it there?
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are sitting there. Vel takes a turn to the left.
I don't know. So he's coming up. Where's he turn at?
He turns outside of the housing district, takes a left, and you lose sight. I mean, he can fly, so
Yeah.
you don't know worry about
Let me go.
Disaster
No.
averted.
Let go of me.
No.
Let's keep walking. We're gonna keep moving. All
we
this
need
is
to go
going
to
on.
the safe house. I will carry you if I have
I'm
to.
gonna fight it like a child.
Yep.
Oh my God, we're gonna die.
So go ahead
Tantrum.
and make a another athletics check.
Disadvantage still? Is Entangle still on?
It won't be if you move. Are you guys moving? Because you'd have to, like, how that works
I'm
is
gonna pick him up and carry
because
him.
he was in the alley, it would have to cover the alley.
Gotcha. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick him up and carry him.
So are you just spelling entangle?
Yeah, once she has a good grip on him, I'll let it drop.
Okay, so the vine sort of...
He's just floating in the air because I'm invisible too.
It's fine.
Good.
Then you want to try to get out? In this case, then you can make a, since you're not entangled as well, you can make an acrobatics check to try to wriggle out.
No, I don't make that one.
Yeah, it's a 19 for me.
Okay, so that's going to be the next leg of this. Did that music stop for some reason?
I thought you turned it off.
No. How dare you? How dare you? There it goes. Okay, so you're going to make a stealth roll with disadvantage while you hold a
So normal.
squirming Ivellios. Two of you can make your normal stealth rolls.
15.
Okay.
28.
17.
Alright. You guys make it across the alleyway. Or across the intersection. Move down and then get to the corner from the first part of this journey. Across from you in that tower, you see... you don't see the Dragonborn anymore that were there that were getting shot at. You do see now that stuff has changed. Specifically, Egnir. I want to say Edgear because
It
he's-
sounds like Ed Gein. That's
Ed
what I was
Gein.
thinking when you said it the first time.
And it just
because
makes sense for
they
Randy.
both like
Yeah.
they both like that shit.
Yeah.
And he named his first. It's because you named your first character Icellius T. Connor, because he was
H.H.
involved
Holmes.
with H.H. Holmes, and now I want to say Ed Gein with Egnir. And it's... Anyway, so I'll get it. You should
Go
have
for
said.
Jeffrey Dahmer with number 3.
There we go. Jeff Dom.
Never trust a man with 2 first names.
So Egnir, you see a charred bird corpse at the foot of that tower, and you think to yourself for a second, I wonder how it decomposes after being cooked. And you can do what you want after that. You can also continue on. You get to make another fuck you roll if you'd like.
Do I get to roll against it
Oh,
every
yeah.
time?
Maybe it. Do you want to? No? You're just going to let it happen? Okay. He's letting his shoulders slack. And he stops.
Still gonna carry him.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
So, disadvantage. Then you two can make stealth roll.
Oh, fuck.
Woo!
30.
15 again.
15 as well.
Woo!
Okay. You get all the way back to the front door of the safe house. Behind this little grouping of houses, across on the other side, there is another road, and on that you can hear the sounds of a fight. A very close fight. It is like a house and a half on the other side.
Knock, 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 knock.
Knock.
Knock, knock. Come on.
Kasdan has to make me an Arcana check.
Fucking butts. Come on, Kasdan. Do the
What's his bonus?
Arcana? 9.
Pretty good.
thing.
18.
18. You hear from the other side. Trying! I'm trying! He does not succeed.
Ah!
You hear this battle slowly push in. You hear people, probably Aarakocrans, based on the sounds they're making. It's not just like it's more lithe. Taking cover within like the spaces in between these houses on the other side. This house is not big. The safe house, it's very inconspicuous. It's small. Make me another Arcana check.
21.
21. Yeah. Almost got it! Almost! Clink.
Good.
Okay, run.
Everybody runs in.
Close the door, lock it.
Who's the last in? Probably
I'll be the last in.
With me on your shoulder.
I'm the slowest, probably.
You'd want to be the first in.
Okay, fine.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, so Egnir, not Engir, or whatever I was saying.
Here.
I need you to make a dex save.
Oh.
17.
17. Roll me a d6.
1.
Oh.
4. Oh.
Oh, you rolled it. That's fine.
Okay.
No, I didn't know who was supposed to roll it.
This is fire.
Hey, if it was me, actually, you would have gotten crispy.
Yep. Because I would have not been able to make that deck save in your arms.
I would have been like, "What's the matter? It's fine." You'd be
You
like,
take What was your
Roast chicken.
save? 17?
17.
36 have to 18 fire damage.
Yikes.
As that falls in, since you saved, you were able to save the glyph from getting destroyed as you kind of close it behind you. So the glyph is not fucked up, and you can easily reset that. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check with advantage. It was a 5 because you're the one that put it here. So yeah, you get to put that back on.
"Oh, okay, now it's time to fall over and rest.
So that was close.
I need to sleep."
Sorry,
The,
I did it wrong the first time, and
You got it. It's good.
Whew.
Thank you.
that one needs help.
This-
You look over, and she's like foaming at the mouth.
Ah!
Now we have to do a surgery.
Alright.
We never get to rest.
Let's take the moon
I
dagger.
feel as exhausted as Alenia probably does right now.
Okay,
Let's excise this shit.
Yep.
and
Fucking hell.
that's where we're going to end tonight's episode, right before major surgery. Because I don't know how long that's going to take. And it's 10:42.
I'm exhausted.
If
Yeah.
a fireball caves in the house during surgery, I think it'll be the first surgery to have like a 500% fatality rate.
I fucking hate you.
That's
I hope you know how much I hate you.
I'm relatively aware.
Do mind palace stuff more. I like it.
Yeah.
You just want to play bad cop professor.
You don't know. I don't know what he's gonna be until I get the situation right.
The first professor coming back and talking to new
if you want to
professor
talk
is
to
great.
like a fucking librarian, he comes out in an Argyle sweater with like a monocle and like, you know. God forbid I have to play 2 of them. Please don't die.
Wait till you have to play 3.
Ah!
If it comes to that, I can play multiple
We'll get it.
versions. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we'll figure it out.
Ugh.
You guys you've never done that, so you've never...
I can't believe you went 13 levels without using a core feature of your race for like the whole game.
There are only like 3 times that would have been
There were definitely situations that would have helped us.
Gregor, yeah, when he was not telling us shit. Yeah.
All you had to do was run up and touch him, and then you would have been able to tell
To
what
be
the fuck
fair,
he was
you were
talking about.
surrounded by zombies.
Also, my save was lower at the time, and I imagine he could have beaten it anyway.
He was
Because
very high level.
yeah.
Garbage.
First professor was drunk a lot, so I don't think he remembered things he can just do.
He was a lot
Also,
of fun.
not first professor.
It was our first professor.
Are you the third? Or the fourth?
Game's over, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I need to know now.
When do we get to meet the lady professor?
You don't know anything about whatever Professor One said. Well, thanks everybody
Yep.
for coming. The bans have ended. Yet again. Nobody trusts Aarakocrans.
Never. Never
it's
ever.
not even-
All of them have
Ivellios
betrayed
wants
us.
to.
I don't trust anybody. I don't trust a single fucking person in this goddamn game because they keep betraying us and like stabbing us in the back and selling us out. Of course I don't fucking trust anybody.
For me, it's not even that. We're in the middle of a goddamn the
war
floating
zone.
island is being attacked. Your mentor doesn't have time to reminisce. He's got a black dragon head in his hand and he's off to fight shit. Ah!
I don't trust a
That's
single
his
fucking
circus
person.
thoughts.
Just that constant scream.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, you guys.
Yay!
So we'll be back next Sunday. I don't think we're going to take a break again for a little bit. If we do, Hugo will be DMing, so it'll be fun. So
Or we'll play card games because we just got a lot of them.
I think we could probably just pick a day and play card games
Sure.
without it being Sunday.
Yeah, we
'Cause
should
I
do
don't
that.
have to prep for it, so I don't need a week.
Fair
right?
enough.
Yeah. So if we just want to hang out and be friends, that's fine too. I'm fine with friends. Friends!
What are friends?
I don't know.
Are you guys my friends? These count?
Anyway, this was fun. I'm very happy. Technically a roleplay session because you guys got past without a trace. Good work.
Oh, what session?
A roleplay session with no combat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pass without trace is great. You know, like, Alenia wants Icilius back, but Sarah's like, fucking druid.
Pass that, okay?
Keep the druid.
I'm so excited as you guys.
Regeneration?
all
Like,
the stuff Randy and I have been talking about, like, there's a lot there, but like, not a lot of it has been able to come up because you're here right now.
yeah.
So like, slowly
Worst
over
timing.
time, there's lots of stuff here, and I'm very excited for. I'm sure we'll have Randy monologue info dumps. That's some.
And that weird French accent. That is really great, so.
Right, props to Randy
Doing
for
a
being the
voice.
only one in the game doing accents besides me.
Okay, I do accents in the other game.
So,
I owe it
Alenia.
all to David Diggs.
what'd you say? What'd you
I
say?
owe it all to David Diggs.
I don't know what any of that means.
He plays Lafayette in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. I
That
don't.
was
I know
my
who you're
reference
talking
for a
about now.
French accent.
Anyway, so thank you for watching. Thank you if you followed and subscribed. Thank you Lionhead Gaming for hosting. Kill by Magikarp, Netflix, and Kill, and Marlek all followed during that. I love you deeply. I hope you enjoyed the game. Has it been good? Has it been good? Good night, friends. Also, big shout out, by the way, for the necklace. Nikki, Retro Game Queen in there, sent that to me. Been working on it a long time. She did a fantastic job. I promise you it's not just a prop to be pretty. It's going to be great. You're going to enjoy it a lot. Nikki put a lot of work into that. She's absolutely indispensable member of the team. Maybe we'll have to get Nikki as a guest star and double up on this long distance call stuff because she's pretty dope.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. You. Anyway, have a wonderful evening. I'm really glad you guys liked it. This will be up if you missed halfway through and you want to see Hugo do whatever the fuck is happening here with Sarah. Take on me.
Yeah.